How's it going, everybody? We've got Kyra and Odeon, and we're gonna do some standard today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let me just get a Facebook Live going, and we can get started. So I know that people were just sitting down. I'm not sure who we have yet.
Do you want me to look at the pairings?
Yeah, he hasn't sent them over to me quite yet.
Let's go take a peek.
No, I got this.
Okay.
Well, you know these people too, right?
Well,
there we go.
I know these people if I see their face. Now, from the top down, it's a little harder.
Yeah, it is. All right, so round one, we've got Cody versus Nathan and Keith versus Spencer.
I think this is Cody Nathan.
Cody Nathan?
I don't know who's who, but I don't think that's Spencer's playmat.
I don't think so either. This isn't Cody, right? No, this is Gavin. This is Gavin's.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Gavin's actually playing? He's just going to drop?
He's dropping after the second round is what he told me.
Oh, okay.
So, hold on. Let me look at the other table. And, this is Cody and Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do we want to do? What do we want to do, Odeon? Who do you want to see?
I know Spencer's doing that fun approach control, but we see that a lot. What's Gavin on tonight?
I think he's on like a black-white something. I'm not not entirely sure.
Let's see. Let's pick after we see some opening hands.
All right, let's do it. So here, and we've got Gavin. Oh, you know what? He's playing red.
He's playing your red list?
Yeah.
Well, then we'll be able to see all of the games because this one will take 4 minutes. And we'll be back just in time for game 2 of the other table.
I don't think that's how it works, but maybe.
Sideboarding is the longest part of these games, Kyra.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, the names aren't showing up.
JK's opponent took a bathroom break.
We're going to go to the other one.
Will not be a...
Sure, let's start here.
Sounds great.
All right. So we've got Cody on... He's been on a black-red aggro list.
Yeah, he's basically just playing mono red, splashing black.
Yeah. It's got some power, too.
Yeah.
And then we've got... This looks like a Godfarrow's Gift deck, huh?
His opponent?
Yes.
It's mono black so far, though. It looks more like zombies.
No, this is Cody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Versus...
This is Nathan.
It definitely got for it. That's a gate to the afterlife.
Yeah.
Is that Neonate? What's that one drop that he's playing? That he just, like, looted off of?
Neonate. We had a Neonate, and he discarded a gate.
With Cathartic in hand, another Neonate, another gate. Looks like he might have been trying to hit land drop.
Yeah, the goal of these decks is to try to put as many creature cards into the graveyard as you can at the beginning.
Okay, Cathartic, pitching, Neonate, and gate.
Another gate. So now we got 2 gates, 2 Neonates, and
Ooh, that's
Champion of
nice.
Wits.
That's a nice pickup for him.
Yeah. This is going to be another Champion of Wits. Probably going to solidify this strategy.
If he hits that next land drop, he can probably gate next turn too. Because I think he has...
Does he have a 3rd gate?
Yeah.
He's already discarded 2.
Well, he has a Godfarrow's Gift in the... No, it's Godfarrow's Gift and a gate in the graveyard right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, he even has the land drop.
Oh, this is a Doomfall. Wow, main board Doomfall.
It's a nice little spicy splash that he does. What would you take here? I'd be inclined to probably take the Cathartic.
So he has the... Did he have 2 gates in his hand?
He had...
I feel like Champion of the Wits is probably the card I would take, just because it can not only block, but then it's adding to his creature count, but the gate is probably the biggest problem at this stage in the game.
Sure. I mean, I figure if he's below that 5 creature threshold already, and there's only only the 1 creature in hand, I guess, but maybe off. Now he gets to pitch the champion for free and an angel.
Right. So
that's big
that was
him.
huge. He's gonna discard this angel. Probably discard both creatures.
Yep. And I think he's ready for whenever he gets that next gate.
He's only got 1 gate left in his deck. We've
Yeah.
already seen 3.
We've only seen 2. One of those was a Godfarer's Gift.
No, two of them got 2 gates have been discarded.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought.
And then the Doomfall took a gate.
Well, he possibly has the refurbished too, though.
I think these decks aren't running white. As
What
far
is
as
it?
I know.
I thought it was a white-red tap or a dual land that he had up there behind that Aether Hub.
Oh, it's a play angel.
Hardcast.
It's a help play angel. Yeah, they don't typically play the angel though. They like to discard it and bring it back off Godfarrow's Gift.
Cool. We got a chump back over to another champion.
Another champion.
We're gonna see some cards. Would you be reluctant here to start milling yourself for fear of hitting that last gate?
I think at this point he really just wants the lands to play Godfarrow's Gift.
Like,
I think a gate's not really on his mind at the moment.
Well, he's what, 2 turns away from that? I mean, he's not being pressured too hard with Justice Aetherborn.
Yeah, he's got all the creatures into the graveyard.
So
He's just trying to find the lands and the Godfarrow's Gift. So he's actually short quite a few pieces to really make a difference at this point.
Interesting. Cody has the go big strategy main deck right now because he had the Chandra and a Hazoret in hand.
Huh. Maybe he's changed up the list a little bit, trying to be
Gonna cast the Dread Wanderer.
a little bigger on the top end.
I mean, gives him some more mid-game play, I guess.
Right.
It just feels bad when we're on, turn 5 or 6 and Hazoret's been dead in your hand the whole time.
Right.
I guess he did only just draw that mountain too, though. Well, no, because he cast Chandra, he had to have 2. My
Okay.
bad.
So
go.
Cody's now at 28. And Nathan's still at 11 and does not have the 7th land. And he also doesn't have a Godfarrow's Gift. So Cathartic Reunion's going to dig a
but
little
there
bit.
we go.
Okay,
Trophy
so
Mage.
here's Trophy Mage. Yeah, this is exactly what he needs. He's going to go find a gate, but the gate won't be able to come down till next turn.
I mean, this leaves him open to some type of a braid too, though, if Cody's running that.
A Braid or another Doomfall
This is real bad.
would be brutal.
But once that comes down, and because he already has that Angel, life total starts swinging real fast for him.
It really does.
And then he gets he has 2 Champion of Wits in the graveyard too, so he's just going to refill his hand.
He might even have 3. I've seen a lot of Champion of Wits and a lot of gates go into the go into the graveyard / exile.
Yeah, if this resolves, that's just straight gas for him. And he hits Chandra down. So we have Hazoret. Looks like a Kenra.
Yep. That's going to target down the Trophy Mage.
Hazoret.
And now we've got a Hazoret. So I think he does have 1 card in hand now.
Yeah, I think it's a second copy of
That's
Hazoret.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. That is exactly lethal, and that'll do it for game 1.
I don't know how I feel about I feel like Nathan kind of overextended there at the last turn.
There was no reason for him to attack, which that's what surprised me. Is he's at 28. Obviously you need to stabilize the board with your Godfarrow's Gift in some way or another.
Yeah, and I mean Chandra wasn't even close to threatening ulti. She was still 2 turns away.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. But Cody takes it down.
Real fast.
Real fast. All fast-like.
I mean, that's what these aggro decks do. You trip up once and they can just get you for Xaxes. Hazoret's a heck of a card.
It really is. And, of course, we've got both matches shuffling at the moment.
I told you, 5 minutes. These red decks.
Yep, so we get to talk about this a little bit more. I wonder who won this one. I don't know what he's playing.
Looks like we got some sprays, some green cards.
Looks like a control deck. I saw a bunch of sprays go in.
Shocker.
Like 3 sprays going against Mono
Oh,
Red.
he's playing humans.
Oh, okay.
I saw Glorybound Initiates.
A red-white humans list, kind of what Crystal's been running.
Yeah.
Crystal's deck is mean.
If you stumble, that thing will punish you.
Yeah. I was able to beat her last week on Monday, or maybe it was Saturday or something.
Yeah.
I can never remember which day I get to play and which days I'm casting, but
No, I'll play against her, and I will keep a hand with nothing but Magma Sprays and Harness Lightnings, just because I know it will be okay.
Then she'll play Handware Battlements, and you're just like, oh, I can't actually kill this card. And you realize that it's just going to ruin you.
That's fair. That's real fair. You hope that they don't hit certain threats.
Right. Alright, I think we're just going to stick on this match.
Yeah, looks like they're shuffling up, ready to go again. What does the God Pharaoh's gift deck bring in here that probably helps them?
Honestly, I don't think they need to change much. I think this matchup is already pretty deeply in Nathan's favor. Just due to the fact that you have all these little creatures. All of them like to chump block.
And that just plays into your strategy.
It just plays into your strategy. All your creatures die, and then you just play a gate. It's just all... The name of the game becomes, can I get a God Pharaoh's gift deck? And Cody's game plan becomes, okay, I think I need an Abrade.
He just tries
I need
to
to keep one
race.
of those.
Yeah. I mean, with those main deck Doomfalls too, though, I mean, he already has some decent answers.
Right.
I feel like I'd probably take the Chandras out of my list in this match if I'm Cody, just so I can try and get off the ground a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wants to be as low to the ground as he can.
And he kept him in. That's a Chandra and a Hazoret. 2 Chandras and a Hazoret. Scrap heap. Gear Hulk is a nice card to have just in case. Kind of acts as your flood valve. Got some lands. Nice.
Alright. Cody's going to ship his back.
Makes sense. Having all of the 4-drops in your deck probably doesn't feel good.
No.
Looks like Nathan's electing to keep here. I mean, he has some decent chump blockers to weather the storm with. But
Yeah, I think his hand looked pretty good, and the white Gear Hulk really matches up well against a deck like this.
I mean, I would just be scared of like him having no early game interaction besides blocking, though. Like that just potentially leaves him pretty wide, and turn 5 is not uncommon.
He's on the draw too, so he's probably looking to draw something that he can do in the early game.
Nathan?
Yeah.
You put Nathan be on the play right here?
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, he's on the play. Yeah, so that it's probably fine. He's probably taking 1 less hit by the time he's playing what he wants to be.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Assuming that like Hazoret comes down on 4, he has a potential answer. Or answer to everything else, but
I don't think Cody's deck is good at playing Hazoret on 4 with 1 or less cards in hand.
Ooh, and another Chandra, some lands. Crasher.
This hand's definitely better than the last. He can actually function.
I mean, it gives him a little bit of late game, and
Yeah.
he has to answer that Chandra.
I agree with you though. I think Chandra's pretty.
I just don't think this is the match that you want to try and go late game, like mid to late game with. Like,
No, I think you want to end the game before they're doing what they want to be doing.
that's a solid pickup for him, though. He has a Crasher, or he has a Kenra next turn into a Crasher.
Okay. Wow, we have 3 of this guy. Alright, he'll take a pain.
Oh.
But I think he's okay with this. We're going to mill a lot of cards.
Okay, we are going
All
to
right.
fill out that graveyard.
Oh, he attacks for 1. Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I feel like the milling is really what gets his game plan farther here. Ooh, but we have a Crook from
Yeah,
Cody.
I just saw that too.
That's nice.
He doesn't even need to play that soon either.
No. Like, there no threat
Mhm.
whatsoever right now.
Yeah, if I were Nathan, I would snap
chump.
block. Yeah.
That's probably the easier decision that he's going to make this whole game. Oh, okay. Now we have Trophy Mage.
And this is exactly why I feel like the gift deck is so good against a aggressive strategy. You just get all these little creatures that don't really matter as long as they activate like once. It's like whatever.
I mean, having 3 chump blockers turn 2 is a real good spot for him to be in.
Right. Oh look, a gate. I think now is where he's regretting not milling cards, but...
I mean, he has 2 potential activations right here.
Right.
And the scariest thing that comes down right now is a Crasher, and he has either a chump block or... I mean, I could potentially see him leaving them up, because then he gets 2 guaranteed creatures in the yard, and he gets to trade with a Crasher.
I wonder if he just opts to not play the Crasher and play the Crook. He's not facing down a lot of damage, but he would be... It would put him on the defensive, which isn't exactly what he wants to be doing.
Yeah.
Nope, we'll play a Crasher.
Yep. We're going to exert the Trophy Mage. Do you double chump here?
Yeah. Yeah, double block.
Or those are 1/2s, right? So you only lose 1.
Yep, you only lose 1. I double block very quickly. Alright, on blocks, we're going to use 2 energy, mill myself 6 cards. 2 angels and a champ.
We're 1 creature, and there it is. No, that's Chandra's defeat.
Chandra's defeat.
And
I didn't see
the other
cards
2.
under.
But he's about to put another creature in the bin, though.
Right.
And we are live with that God Pharaoh's Gift, potentially next turn. Gate is 3, though, right? So I guess we're 2 turns away.
It's 3 to cast and 2 to
activate.
activate. So typically you want 5 mana to be able to do it.
And another gate.
And he draws another gate. Okay. He has the 4th land. He'll be able to play a gate and do nothing. This is the perfect time for Cody to play.
This is where you crook.
Yes. Yes, this is where you play crook. We'll take 2, sure.
Do you exile everything?
You don't have to make that decision yet.
I guess that's fair. He can wait till he
Yeah.
tries to activate. This should really easy crook play here. And just leave open the mana.
Yeah.
You're potentially facing down 3.
Crook costs 1 to play or 2 to play?
It's 2 to play, 1 to activate.
Okay.
So he's not doing anything else with this turn right now. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, there's a unit.
Next turn, if nothing happens, he just plays Chandra and leaves with the land.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not Nathan's game yet, but I would still say that even through this crook, I think...
I mean, worst case scenario here, he at least gets in for 3.
Hey, what's up, Jerlo? Welcome to the chat.
Oh, it's going pretty good.
Talking to a camera.
We're going to mill ourselves.
That's how it feels. How goes it?
And we're going to activate.
Alright. We're going to activate right now.
I guess he can leave that up and just respond to the target trigger on gate forever. But he's just going to opt to nuke.
Yeah. This doesn't feel great because there's a unit right there. It's like, alright, God Pharaoh's Gift, but I get to sack this unit right now.
Draw a card and get a 4/4.
Right, and he has like an extra gate in hand, so he can just discard his gate, like, you know, not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I didn't think that it was going to make a big difference.
But he does have the Gear Hulk still, too, yeah. So now he has 2 targets. It's Infra's Ballista.
Yep, we'll bring back the unit. It's 4/4 haste. Let's swing for 6. And look what we have here. It's what, it's Nathan's turn 5.
Yep.
And Cody is on the back foot. Has actually casted 2 creatures.
He has two lands and a Chandra too, so there is no good play. Oh, and another land. So what do? I probably Chandra kill the token.
He has to, and he can just sack the the unit again and put it
in response. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, he has a dragon. I somehow missed this dragon. Yeah. Interesting. So he didn't opt.
He didn't opt to sack.
Yeah, that's odd to me. Okay. Nathan drew his worst card in his deck. Another Godfarrow's Gift. Yeah, that is so surprising to me. I think I would have gotten rid of the gate in my hand that's doing actually nothing.
Yeah, and I would expect a pre-combat mill here too. And he's just gonna shoot it.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. He should be milling, but he really hasn't been. He's had 2 opportunities to mill now since...
He still has 3 energy, and he's just gonna bring back the ballista. I mean, it's a 4/4, but it doesn't do you anything else here. I mean,
yeah, it's gonna...
I guess he puts him dead next turn.
Put him to 3, yeah. And it's not like he's losing this game, but...
And Chandra just loses here. Aetherborn.
So Chandra can come down, kill the 4/4, and he's still facing lethal. Does he have an Aetherborn? Is that what that was?
Yes.
That's actually pretty good.
And it buys him a turn.
Yeah, so I would -3, take care of the ballista. And then play the Aetherborn?
And this is why I would have been milling just in case, because he hits an angel and he just wins.
Cathartic, okay.
I mean, you have 2 dead cards already anyway.
yeah. Switch them out for some live ones.
A 3 in the graveyard off that activation?
I feel really good about bringing back Cataclysmic Gearhulk after the mill as well. Chances are you're killing the dragon.
That's fair. Champion, 2 lands.
Champion's good enough. I still think Gearhulk's where you want to be though.
And champion doesn't quite do it because he lives with if he chumps the champion token.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cody, with this setup, has another turn, which isn't saying much.
I don't really think Cody has an out. Especially with him having the Glorybringers and the Chandras, he just didn't have a fast start.
And a Braid, maybe? Would a Braid be good enough?
Here?
To open up an opportunity?
Potentially. I mean, if he's able to abrade it, and Glorybringer survives the turn, he can pseudo-stabilize. He's going to need, one heck of a card off either top deck or Chandra, though.
Right.
And I don't know if he even has the abrades. I've played against Cody a little bit, and I've never seen the abrade.
Yeah. Yeah, even if the Glorybringer untaps this next turn, then he's still facing down 3 damage. He'd need to top deck another Aetherborn or something like that.
Yeah, there was a 1 mana totem that comes in, scries 1, and then you can tap, sack, and nuke the graveyards again too.
Is it an artifact?
Yeah, I think it was spoiled within the last. Yeah, this one here, Sentinel Totem.
Sentinel Totem. Oh, it's like a 1 mana Tormod's Crypt almost.
Yeah.
But you get to scry when it comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the gift deck is probably one that's gonna have to face a lot of hate.
I still think even once that card comes out, though, I mean, because depending on your deck, sometimes I still like just being able to target things down.
Mm-hmm. This is a really unique strategy, though. I've played in a lot of standard formats, and I will say that this is a weird deck.
I really actually like playing the Godfarrow's Gift deck when I'm on Teamer because I bring in Qs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, now we both have graveyards. Mm-hmm. Where you can just snag an angel because it comes back as the token, right? No CMC.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
So we have a Hazoret and a Glorybringer right now.
I do...
Gets him for 9. Still, he can't attack with both, yeah. He's still dead, though, because he has an angel in the bin.
Yep.
Looks like we're going to game 3.
Yeah, I think so. Let's check out what's going on over on the other table. Nobody's even sitting there.
It looks like the mono red deck was done real quick.
I can never tell if that's good or bad.
Yeah, and here comes the angel.
For the red deck, it's what I mean.
That's fair. I mean, that's the nice part about it, I guess, is it wins or loses fast, so you're never really like left waiting.
Oh, when I played it last week, though, I felt like every single one of my lines was so hit or miss that like I think I tanked on like every other play.
I mean, just because of like it's not as good as like maybe your mono red and like a modern would be, right? Because you don't have the instant to the face burn as much.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do a lot more combat math, especially when like board states get complicated.
Right.
I'm gonna guess though on that other table that mono red deck took it 2-0.
I would guess so as well. I don't know, red white though. Red white has like life gain and stuff. I could absolutely see Glorybound Initiate just like wrecking the whole matchup.
That's fair.
I don't know. We'll have to ask.
I mean, if
Or
they're
we'll see.
playing how Crystal normally does with the main deck authority too.
Main deck authority. Why would you run main deck authority? There's one red deck in the entire store, and I don't even play all that much.
I mean, it's not bad against other creature-based strats, though. Like, against, like, Teamer, right? Like, it shuts off my Glorybringer, shuts off, like, me being able to leave stuff up for chump blocking, which, I mean, she's the aggressor.
Mm-hmm. See, that's why I don't like it. Like, I don't know. I don't like authority at all.
That's fair.
I'll stand by that.
Wait, you're not going to splash white in your mono red just to run, like, 2 copies of authority?
I mean, I remember when Imposing Sovereign was a card, and, like, that was a creature that was coming to the board, like, 2 mana, 2/1. So, like, you're actually casting a creature that's going to deal your opponent some damage, and it keeps your opponent's creatures from coming into play untapped. Feels more like Thalia. Like, I like Thalia. Like, where you're like, this is my strategy, and I'm ruining your ability to interact with that strategy by blocking.
So, question for you.
Okay.
If authority was not 1 and a white, but instead was 1 and a black, same effect, how much more likely would you be to run it with, like, your inner troll factor just because it's an annoyance on the battlefield?
I'd probably play it in sideboards just like it's played now. Like, it's mostly played in sideboards. But I can't see myself being like, oh yeah, that's amazing. I'd rather just like magma spray it. Why?
See, every time we talk about a white spell, I have to always take like what you say with a grain of salt, though.
Oh no, I tease about white cards. I don't deny that they're good.
And we got okay. This is a much better start here for Cody.
Yeah, Bomat Courier, and look, Bomat Courier shut off. Oh, there's an Abrade. Hey, look.
He does have them. Okay, and I also saw a cut to ribbons in that opening too. Which is not like I think that's probably the most appealing thing for me if I'm gonna splash for black because that reach in the late game can be really nice.
Looks like he had a Foreboding Ruins and opted to play a
swamp.
Oh, no, a swamp. Or did I just see it wrong? Maybe I saw it wrong. No, I like playing the Aetherborn at the moment because like killing a 1/2, that's not where you want to point your Abrade.
What's that card on the very? Is that a Cathartic up top right there? I can't tell above the champions.
I can't tell either. It's either a Cathartic or a Neonate. It's a red card. Those are the only red cards, right?
Ooh, and now we're getting in for some damage here.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop something from blocking, and this is just going to block the Bomat Carrier. There's no reason to block anything else. And,
no. Land champion.
This is 5 damage coming through, and 2 life for Cody.
And I mean, he has all the answers he needs, too.
I don't know if I would have exerted the Crasher. I think I would have left the Bomat Courier back and just not exerted the Crasher and just like, I don't know, or just attacked with the Aetherborn.
Oh, we hit 3 on accident. And Cody's
just like, that's fine.
Just put it on the bottom. Oh, and that's a gate, though.
Okay. There are 2 creatures in the graveyard at the moment,
Mhm.
and we can mill a lot.
And he has another Champion of Wits in hand plus the Angel.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very
Angels.
very possible that turn 5 we get
the...
God Pharaoh's Gift in play. All right, so we're
Cody.
looking at cut. We're looking at Cody has a lot of damage to deal before Ribbons becomes relevant.
And I think it's cut into lands in hand. Like, I don't... Or is that in a braid?
It's a braid.
At this point, I think I'm okay with him just leaving up the mana. Just to a braid. And we're going to mill 6.
And another angel. That was a lot of land off the mill. Was that 5 land in an angel? All 3 of those shouldn't have died.
Yeah. Do you want me to go?
I got it.
Go for it. Oh, that's awesome, Bacon Craft. She is one heck of a card. And I think she's going to get even better once, like, rotation happens. Death Wielder? You mean Death Majesty?
Okay. Thank you. That's like a professional.
All right. So they'll sort out which way Cody wants to deal his damage.
Okay. Looks
Yeah.
like we're going to bin Champion and one of those. The mill card, whose name escapes me.
You just pulled a Liliana, huh?
Death Wielder. Which one's Death Wielder, Kyre?
Liliana Death Wielder.
I thought that was the intro deck one.
Is it the intro deck one? I don't know. It's not Liliana the Veil, that's all I know.
Not all Lilianas can be Lily of the Veil, unfortunately. Yeah, because I know Majesty is the one from Amonkhet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the intro deck one.
You mean Death's Majesty?
That's what
Bacon Craft?
That's what I asked.
Unless you just opened up an intro deck and you're like, ah yeah, pulled the Death Wielder.
It could have been one of the...
It's almost like I knew I was going to get it.
Well, they do those like those Walmart card packs too.
Oh
Could have
yeah,
been one of
they could,
those.
for sure. Either way, congrats
That's
on the
correct.
Liliana. Yeah, I think Death's Majesty is a really good card. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't done anything.
I mean, I think it just gets even better post-rotation.
Yeah, probably.
Because now you don't have to compete with the 3-mana Lily. I would have been really interesting to see both Lilies in the same format with the new Planeswalker rule, though. Because I think that's the main reason she was kind of like edged out.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go... Ooh, and that's the braid. Okay. So we went searching and got a braided.
Yeah, that's what Cody was keeping it in his hand for. He was waiting for it to happen, and once it happens, it's out. And now Nathan has to piece together another plan. He's only got 4 lands.
I mean, next turn, he's 2 turns away from getting another one out because he does have that Trophy Mage. And we're gonna Cathartic.
Yeah, that's not doing a whole lot as far as pushing a strategy. So discard 2 Champion of Wits. That's great. 2 Neonits and a what? Is that a Chandra's Defeat?
I believe so.
It is a Chandra's Defeat.
I think it's interesting that he opts to keep the Angel in hand, though.
Yeah, he's not casting that anytime soon.
No. Like he...
Yeah, I feel like. Whoa.
That's not good.
Yeah, just swing. I would not exert.
Nope.
Yeah, let's press 7 damage. That seems fantastic.
And we get him down to 8. That means...
Wow, what started as Nathan just pushing his plan so quickly and so efficiently. Cody's really in the driver's seat at this point.
And that cut to ribbons next turn is lethal. He has mana to act because cut is 3.
Cut's 2.
Cuts 2, and Ribbons is 2 black and X.
2 black and X. So he can deal 1 damage next turn. If he has another land, then it's 2.
But he's at 8.
Yeah. Alright, here we've got a gate. And we've got a Chandra's Defeat.
Okay.
Yeah, we knew that was there.
I know he does run scrap heaps. We did see one game 2 that he mulliganed away. Unlicensed.
Yeah, unlicensed disintegration. He's probably not.
I don't think he's running those. I think instead he has the Doomfalls.
I've definitely seen red-black builds that do the whole scrap heap unlicensed thing. As far as I can tell, though, Cody's on his own black-red brew. I don't think he's copying a list with this deck.
No, something him and his dad pieced together.
Yeah.
And we're going searching. I think this stabilizes him.
I don't.
Even with the Angel coming out, because he has one in the bin. He's going to go up to 11. Puts him out of reach of almost everything. And he has a 6/6 lifelinker that's just back to chump.
Yeah, but watch.
Push.
This is a...
Because it's token.
Yeah, but isn't it a copy?
Is it a copy? Let's double check the Oracle text on that. Oh, that's a copy, so it would have its CMC. Do you want to run out there real quick? Or are we just going to let it play?
That's too far past to reverse.
Okay.
Because he would have attacked. I'll let him know the interaction afterwards, but that's not something that we can change.
Okay.
Well, shoot.
To be fair, with these neonates, he does have another Angel if he can live through the turn.
Yeah.
And here's the big lady herself. And we're going to go Thopter chumping.
Yeah. Or servos or whatever. Whatever they are.
I think is he exerting?
That's weird. I would not exert.
Like, I'm okay with my Crasher going away here.
Yeah. But now there's not a lot of incentive to kill the Crasher. See, and okay.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of incentive to keep your neonate on board either, though.
Touche. Yeah.
When he sacks... Interesting.
Yeah, that stays. That stays. Somebody ruined your Looter Scooter dreams. I'm sorry to hear that. I think that's a card seeing a little bit of play in Modern. People have been messing with it in like token decks and stuff. Is that an Alcock Crasher? Ah, yeah. Yes, it is.
He's become a staple.
Yeah, it really has.
He went from draft MVP to standard MVP really fast.
Yep.
And we go searching. With Hazard out, this becomes dicey, though. Because that definitely doesn't stabilize him down. Let me get in for...
Yeah, this is why I didn't want to go and correct things. I'm pretty sure that this was... A lot had happened after, like, that he played right after that, and I just felt like Nathan was just going to get another one and just win the game off of it.
And a second one.
He does have two.
So,
Hey, welcome into Bears.
How you doing?
We've got some black-red aggro versus gifts.
It should just be called Angel Reanimator.
Angel Reanimator. God Pharaoh's gift. Alright. Take care of the Angel. Swing, block with an unit.
Second response, probably.
What? Okay, yeah, he's just taking it. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, whoa. Can you imagine if he blocked right there? I don't even know what I'd say.
No, he did block. He did block the Hazoret. It's a 6/6 though.
It's a 6/6 off of what?
When it comes because it's a 4/4 off the God Pharaoh's gift.
Okay. It's the it's the embalmed one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the other one died. My bad.
And we just get a second one back.
You hate the gifts deck? Ah, it's a pretty sweet deck.
Yeah, once it gets off the ground though, I'm in your camp there, DeBears. I am not a fan. At this point, this is where I'm just like calculating how likely I am to hit an abrade before I just scoop, and that's not going to do it.
Yep, Ribbons isn't going to help you now.
No, he's at 20 plus. I think. Yep, and there's the handshake.
Concede. All right, so Nathan takes this in 3. Not entirely sure what happened in our other round, but
what does your heart tell you? Because my heart tells me Mono Red just killed it in 10 minutes, and then he went to go get some food.
I don't know. Saying that Mono Red won would put trust in Gavin, and I can never show him that I trust him. I don't want him to get too big of a head about it.
Yeah, it's a hard one to
Gift,
beat.
Angel, Scoop. Okay. It's a little more one-sided than rock, paper, scissors.
I don't know. Yeah. No. There are very, very few things that help you when Angel comes down.
I played the gift deck one time, and in my first round, it was a red-black player. I can't remember exactly what the deck was.
Yeah.
But he goes, all right, second land of the game, Scavenging Grounds. And I just go, oh, you're kidding. And so he just wrecks me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Game 2, he goes turn 4 Kalitas. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Follows up the Kalitas with wiping my board. Just exiles everything. And I'm like, okay, this is not cool. I ended up winning that game, but in game 3, he had Kalitas and Scavenging Grounds, and I lost. And I was like, I'm not playing this deck anymore.
See, when I saw, Red Run the Pro Tour, when I saw everything, all the hype around this deck, I ended up swapping to one main deck Scavenging Grounds in my teamer list to take out like a cycle land. And I also found that like it's really good. Obviously, it's great in this matchup. It's really good against control too, though.
Yeah, stopping a torrential Gearhulk from getting something back. What else does it do?
It helps you whenever people splash for the Scarab God, because you actually get to kill it.
Yeah. I mean, it takes kind of a lot to kill it and crack the Scavenging Grounds before they get it back.
Nah, you just have a really big Bristling Hydra. It's fine.
Oh, sorry. I always forget.
You have a long test code with like 6 counters on it. It happens all the time, Kai. Or Fatal Push isn't a real card.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, that was pretty quick.
Fun round.
Here. Yeah.
All right. I've asked for a time in the round, but I don't know when they'll get back to me. So I've already arranged to look at spoilers because that's what we do, right?
And we also had some fun new ones come out today. We had that mono white 7-drop.
And you have to cast it from your hand.
Okay, so I understand that like 8 mana most times is going to be a really bad drawback, but I'm going to brew around this, and I'm going to just try and play you every week.
Good. I'm glad.
And when my mono white Authority of the Console control deck just like Waking Sun avatars you.
All right, what else was new today?
We go down a little. So we had the Graveyard Hate that was shown from the Geocache spoiler.
Counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. I like the Siren. 1 mana, 1/1 flying that you can sack to counter something that targets you or a creature.
So while we're here,
it's a lot of things. I actually like this card. It's a pirate.
And it's a pirate.
All right, while we're here.
So there's been a lot of talk around Old Growth Dryads. What's your opinion?
Old growth dryads?
Right here.
Ah,
It's the 1
down
mana 3/3 that rampant growths your opponent.
I do not like cards like this. I don't think a 3/3 is a high enough payoff to ramp your opponent. I could see this in a deck that's like a control deck, like slow, and like late game they're just like, hey, here's a 3/3, deal with it for 1 mana. While they hold up counter magic, it's pretty great. See, and that, yeah, the Bears, that's how I feel, is like, I don't want to help out an opponent's curve, and there's enough removal right now on 2 mana that kills a 3/3, and then it just feels really bad. And especially there's enough removal on 3 mana, which it's helping your opponent push to 3 mana on turn 2.
It's fair.
So, like, yeah, if you play it and then your opponent kills it, you've got to be like, oh, okay, whatever, you killed my 1-drop. But, like, yeah, but then they start to get, then they can play 4 mana cards, like, before you're casting.
That's
right?
real fair.
Yeah, I don't like this card.
See, I love green. Like, that's my favorite color in Magic. And so I'm like, it's like a really bad Wild Mikado. And it makes me sad.
That is a really bad Wild Mikado. Agreed. Maybe if it were hasty or hexproof. Yeah, this card would be actually busted if it was hexproof.
And then green would have Lightning Bolt. If it had haste.
Yeah. Haste is probably too much as well. Both of those abilities would definitely press this card enough that it would be good. Now, if they put something like Reach on it, then it would just be equally as bad. I'm kind of surprised they didn't put something like Reach on it. Just like
we just got a whole like suite of Reach spiders in the last 2 sets, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we're reaching for any more Reach creatures, for lack of a better term.
Not.
I think if we go down, because I think these were divided up into chunks, because this was the original spoil sheet,
Okay.
I think, and then the new ones are going to be below this.
Alright, I want to say I've seen these ones.
Yeah, these were the original sheet that Wizard said, okay, you guys found them.
Okay, so I know this came out the other day, but how do you say this word? Huatili?
We're going to call her H, Warrior Poet, because I'm not going to attempt that. Hualti?
Hualti.
Hualti.
I'm going to take that.
Is that an R, though?
Do I think Ramunap Red gets better with Lightning Strike? Absolutely. I don't think it will get better with Lightning Strike. I know it will get better with Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike's an amazing card. I mean, even back in the days with like Incinerate, they've always seen play. I would expect to see at least a couple. Face damage is something we haven't had in Standard for a while, and I would expect it to be good.
I mean, we've had face damage just at 3 cost.
3 mana to deal 3 damage?
Yeah.
We just got Open Fire. 2 is a huge change.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Alright, so this card, you gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. That is really dependent and a lot of times may actually do nothing.
I mean, but if you're playing, I mean, obviously this is going in a dinosaur deck.
Yes.
So, I mean, lowest, like, power dinosaurs are like 4s, maybe 3s.
3s. It makes 3 3s. So
That's fair, too.
yeah. So, like, gaining 3 life as your plus. It is a +2, but gaining life is super not great.
It's irrelevant in a lot of matchups, and especially on turn 5 when this is coming out.
Yeah, it's not great. But, oh, sorry, I keep moving this around. Then its 0 ability is to create a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with trample. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Anything that, like, those are infinitely better than, like, Cunning Castaways with the 2/2s.
This reminds me a lot of the 5 mana Garruk.
Yeah.
It's been a while,
The one
but
that made boars?
it was 5 mana. It would plus to make a 3/3. It didn't have trample, but it would plus to make it 3/3. If you can just do that every turn.
Didn't those ones have Death Touch, too, though? Or am I thinking of a different Garruk?
Different Garruk.
Okay.
7 mana Garruk, it made Death Touch.
That's
once.
right.
Yeah. And then the flip Garruk made Death Touch wolves.
Apex Predator.
Yeah, but then -X. It deals damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Creatures dealt this way can't block this turn. This is a powerful ability.
Yeah, it's like late game. This just gets you through.
Mm-hmm. If you're doing nothing for a couple turns and you're just plussing, this X ability is very, very powerful. I think this is what makes the card playable.
This is just like much better on crop crasher.
Yes. All right, so I'd say this card's playable. I mean, I do love that it's a red-white planeswalker that makes a green dinosaur token. Kind of weird.
It's fair, and I mean Boros hasn't always been the strongest like pairing, especially in standard right now.
Mm. We've had Nahiri, but Nahiri really
Nahiri's always a splash 4 though.
Yeah, and she's not standard. She's not a great.
Let's be real, her splash was not standard.
No, it was modern. All right, and then we had the Admiral and the Gishath. Gishath,
Gisath, Sun's avatar.
We saw the Tishana, Voice of Thunder.
Tishana?
Tishana. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Enters the battlefield, you draw a bunch of cards. Okay. I mean, we've seen cards like this in the past. I'd expect this card to be okay. I love Hostage Taker, but what else is new? Are these all new? This line?
These Dire Fleet Captain is, but I think everything else in here is. I'm not sure what is that Chinese? The Chinese card on the end? I'm not sure what that is. I haven't seen that one before.
Let's take a look at it before we get started.
Militant.
Oh yes, this is the Doran on a stick. Okay, so yeah, it shows Doran right under it.
Oh.
yeah. So you assign damage, and this is only creatures you control. Assign damage equal to their toughness instead of their power.
So going back to all those reach spiders.
Yes. Okay. All right. Cool.
This is the curve topper for that deck.
All right. Looks like we have people sitting down, but we'll probably talk about a few cards while they're shuffling up.
I'm still really excited for Treasure Map. I know that it's something that's been out there for a while, but I think this potentially fills a lot of the gap that's going to be left by Tireless Tracker.
Okay. What is this one? Create 3 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink for 4 mana. This is strong. They think it's going to be called Invite the Party. Oh, that's hilarious.
I like that.
Yeah.
How do we have any lords that have been spoiled though yet to really help out these tribal synergies?
Only pirates.
Okay.
And this card's awesome. Beginning of your end step, gain control of target non-land permanent controlled by a player who has dealt combat damage by 3 or more pirates this turn. You're trying to swarm the board with pirates.
It's fair. DeBears asks, anywhere this finds a way in some type of Mardu mid-range? For the...
Are you regarding Hualti? Is that the one you're thinking? I can't think of another one we talked about. A Mardu mid-range? Yeah, I do think that's kind of what it's looking at, because it's a red-white walker, right? It's either going to be in the dinosaur deck, which I assume to be Naya colors, or I would expect it to be in something Mardu, something that actually will give you time to cast a 5-mana planeswalker and start zeroing.
And I mean, if she's your curve topper with some Sky Sovereigns, that dinosaur instantly can crew.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Which thematically I think is hilarious that a dinosaur is now piloting a spacecraft. But
I think the big question at this point is this card better than a dragon? Right?
It dies to dragon.
Alright, we're gonna shift over.
But we got mono red back, and I think he's on Constrictor if he's on the Nissa Ballista. So we got Gavin on mono red, and his opponent's definitely on Constrictor.
Constrictor, huh?
Yep.
Alright. Let's change this name over. Sorry, who is this?
I have no idea. I just
we don't know who it is. But we know they're on Constrictor.
I remember playing him last week and he was on Constrictor though.
Green, black. Alright.
I'm generally the wrong person to ask for names, but I will remember your deck very well. Do you want me to take a quick peek at pairings for you?
Just run over and ask Tyler to update it in the comment on the commentator sheet. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
All right. Constrictor comes down, and this is gonna get destroyed, or sorry, exiled very quickly. And this is exactly what Gavin wants. It's like turn 1, into turn 2 kill Constrictor, into hopefully either like we're looking at a Crasher or something else along those lines. All right. Did he have to let you in? Oh, is it? Oh, you should have just knocked. I would have grabbed it for you. My bad.
Wasn't a big deal. I didn't want to like disrupt you if you were in like a train of thought.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other table is Tim and one of the other guys that normally plays blue or red control.
So he's going to update us on who this is?
He said
excellent.
He's going to throw that in right now for us.
I know he's a Denver Broncos fan. I don't recommend that to anybody, but we all make mistakes.
I'm a Seahawks fan. I've made many mistakes in my life.
Oh, man. I am so high on fantasy right now. I just had 2 drafts Sunday night.
You got some
last
sick
night.
picks?
I did. I feel really good about both my teams. One of them's super well rounded. One of them's a powerhouse with no bench. I don't know. I'm gonna make it work no matter what. But
is that gonna be
I'm super excited.
The next installment is Paragon City streams is like fantasy football drafts.
Just have me talking about all my insecurities with it. I don't really know about this guy, but I mean, I hope he does well.
We're going.
That's how I feel about everything.
So we got. What has happened? So we got.
Yeah. So we.
Crasher into. Our Bomat into Crasher.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we just traded. And
yeah, the Ballista was able to pick off the Bomat carrier. You're drafting right now? Oh, I'm so jealous. Like, I want to start another league. That's how much I love fantasy football. I absolutely love it. Every football season comes up, and where are you going to find me Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays? At the bar.
It was like 3 weeks ago.
Bar.
3 weeks ago, Kyra comes up to me, and he's like, so, do you want to draft? And I was like, in like 2 weeks, he's like, yeah, but do you want to draft? And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
He's been hyped about this for a while.
Yeah, I get excited every fantasy season, no question about it.
Double flow.
Wow, he went out of his way to do that. I probably would have ignored the crap out of that.
It's like, because on this board, she's going to make 1-2s when she starts coming down?
Yeah, I probably would have kept pressuring with the Akka Crasher to the Nissa.
And it did leave him open for that fatal push.
Right. So now...
Because now Monterey has no board presence.
There's no board presence, but...
I mean, we do have a Karizev and a Crasher in hand.
Yeah, so far I've liked most plays by both players, except for the double into Nissa.
Yeah. I feel like you just got rid of a lot of your reach and like your spot removal that you want for better targets, I would think.
Well, he 2-for-1'd himself, right?
Sure. And
okay. So we've got a Traverse for a Rishkar.
And she's going to come down.
And pump up this plant.
And herself.
And swing for 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I like swinging for 1. If he takes another hit this turn, whatever. But this does put the plant out of range for shock, which we know Gavin has. So this is going to be an Akka Crasher.
I don't think it does, because it's a 0-1.
Oh, it's an 0-1. I apologize.
You're fine.
Yeah. So he can still shock the plant, but I'm really unsure of what he wants to do with this Akka Crasher. I think I just swing. Oh, okay. He is going to exert. I don't think I would have exerted.
Yeah. Because now he's kind of stalled out for a minute, and he's not within the danger limits yet of the red deck.
Right.
And we're going to shock a plant.
Oh, by the way, the fact that Gavin is on our table. Mono Red did win last round. Confirmed suspicions.
This is actually the 0-1 side of the table.
You can hate me all you want. All right.
We got... Ooh, we have a Gear Hulk, but Gear Hulk's 5, I think, isn't it? Or is it 4?
It is 5.
Do I just not see another land?
He's using Rishkar for mana.
Mm.
See, and this is what was so scary about Gavin exerting into that turn, is I would have been super happy him trading off
A
Rishkar. And now, okay, there's a Kari. I was kind of hoping that would be a breed for Gavin. I mean, obviously that's the card that he wants, but Gavin's in a really tough spot at this moment. He's
facing down an 8/8 Trampler with the 3/2 and a 1/2.
This is 12 damage.
But he is potentially within he's within Hazaret range though. Because next turn
I see a Fatal Push. I don't. He can Rishkar and let his other Rishkar die.
That's fair.
And then Fatal Push. Whatever he wants. Yeah, I think this is Black-Red's game. If an Abrade doesn't get top decked here, then I would say so. Making sure we know what Kari does.
I mean, I think he was more checking the CMC too. Because, I mean, if you don't have to get rid of your Rishkar for it.
Yeah.
And...
Yep, so down comes another Rishkar, and we're going to take care of... Crasher. Okay, so he legends his own Rishkar to trigger his Revolt on Fatal Push. All right, is it a Braid?
Are we? No, it was a mountain.
It was a mountain?
Yes.
This is totally Gavin, too. Top deck bad card. Okay, make bad attack.
I was like, are we going for the bluff of a century right now?
No, this is Gavin. This is exactly what Gavin would do.
Is this why you didn't want to have hope?
I don't know. He was only going to play 2 rounds today out of 3, so...
So on the other stream, we do have a control mirror, though. Or not mirror, we have a control matchup.
You went out there. I was like, oh, you haven't looked at the other one. What the heck? You're spoiling the surprise. All right, we're going to transition. We're going to jump in blind.
It's black-red versus... Or it's white-blue versus red-blue.
All right, we've got Tim on his approach deck.
And it looks like he...
Switch these up.
It does not look like Tim is on a great board right now.
Oh, he's playing approach.
I mean, Nicol Bolas and a Torrential is quite the opposition, though. We so, like... when I was watching Tim last...
Is this Spencer?
No, it's not Spencer. It's the...
We don't know? We don't know people anymore. What is this?
I'm terrible with names.
I'm terrible at... I haven't actually streamed Standard. Or maybe I did once. I don't know. But this is a... What do you want to call it? Bolas control or a Grixis control?
I think it's just... Yeah,
blue-red control?
It's just blue-red splash.
Okay.
We can just
call it blue-red.
Just BRX. There you go. But Tim is facing down the Death Star. Because that is what Nicol Bolas is.
I always forget what he is. Thanks for reminding me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 7 damage. I mean, I feel like in Magic terms, like, that is the Death Star.
Right. We're offline. Not sure if we just went down there. The way Tim has his lands laid out is driving me nuts.
I have another way of laying out lands I could show you that would drive you nuts.
People have their different things. I let them have them.
The grid pattern is never the correct way.
The Pat Chapin special.
The Pat Chapin is never how you lay out your lands. I don't care.
Oh, jeez.
I will not be opinionated on many things in Magic, but that is one of them.
All right, so it looks like Tim's at a really high life total. I wonder how close to his second approach he is, because it looks to me like he's already casted 1, right?
I would assume so.
All right, here's Supreme Will. So I think this board state favors this blue-red control deck a lot.
It's like because he's gonna have to cast approach into 9 open mana.
Right. And that's pretty much what he's looking at, right? Like he's just gonna lose to Nicol Bolas here in a minute.
And the other guy has a full grip. It looks like 5 or 6 cards.
Right. All right, cast approach. This is the one that matters. The first one doesn't matter if it resolves, but this one does. Okay, he's going to draw cards.
Maybe he didn't have the answer. So it's negate or dispel or bust at this point because Supreme Will doesn't get the job done here.
Resolves. Just, okay, resolved. Wow.
That was anticlimactic. Okay.
Well, that happened. I mean, I felt like that was just going to get countered, but all right. Tim takes that one down with his approach to the second sun deck.
I'm honestly shocked about that.
Me too.
I have 9 open mana, say go.
You're right.
Just resolves it.
I don't think I would have cast approach into 9 open mana. Whether they had it or not, I think I would have been more patient. All right, let's run back.
This is already probably game 3.
We missed again. Oh, I need to update this. All right. The green-black deck won the first game. This is round 2, not round 1.
So, since Gavin's playing your list, what do you bring in here? Like, what do you have in the sideboard to fight this besides the braids?
Yeah, you do bring in 2 more braids. You want to go a little bigger in this matchup, so you bring in the Chandras and the Dragons. So it's good. This deck's gonna have a lot more play after turn 3 than normal.
And we get now we just get a clean answer to the Nissa.
Yeah, so this is interesting though, because he is just gonna clean up the Nissa, but it feels really bad for the red deck to have to do so. That's not a play that you want to have to make, right?
I mean, are you more inclined just to go 5 to face and put him at 9?
Put him at 9. I kind of. If he has a snake and he follows up with a snake, then it's gonna feel really, really bad.
And Lily
just takes care of the Kenra.
And Gavin getting some girlfriend aggro.
Yeah.
And there's that nice 4th land drop. Let's see.
And this is Hazoret. Okay, now we're talking. So I do think you want to exert.
Are we going at Lily again? Okay, no, we're going face.
Okay.
See, now I wish
so
we
he
went
put
face
okay,
last
he
time.
went see Hazoret goes at Lily and he put Crasher at the green black deck. And I'm kind of okay with that. I don't think that Liliana's doing a lot on this board.
We do have a Cletus in hand though for the green black deck. But I don't know that necessarily gets it done here.
It actually doesn't. Gavin has lethal. And he minused? The only way you keep Gavin off of lethal is by plussing, so why would you minus?
Well,
he's just desperate for something.
I mean, he's not quite at lethal because he
land instant planeswalker sorcery. Okay, Ishkana will do.
Sure.
All right, that makes sense. He was just trying to hit another card type. That was risky.
I mean,
Yeah,
you kind of got to play by the seat when you play this mono red deck.
For sure.
And
All right, 1 damage to your face. I'm really. Now this is a complicated board state because attacking doesn't look all that pretty. But yeah, he's
ruins.
I don't know why he's doing this main phase.
And now this Cletus potentially gets more done next turn.
Okay. Wow, okay, so he traded off a spider and 2 of his spiders to keep damage off. That made the Exert look really, really powerful.
I mean, I like the Cletus play because now Gavin can't be swinging in with Hazoret, or else he's just going to gain a bajillion life.
Yeah, Liliana will keep this Hazoret small
Down.
enough that Kalidas won't kill, or will survive.
And I mean, at that point, Gavin has to start worrying about his own life total after only a couple swings from him.
Right.
Like, that is a real beater. And is that a braid? It's a game day promo. I don't know.
I
what
don't
that one
think
is.
I would have played that land. He's actually going to play this a braid? Okay, alright.
So he's hoping to get the block? Yeah, you definitely don't block with Kalidas, just in case.
He blocked with Ishkana.
Okay.
And then he's going to finish it off with a braid.
But now he just gets to bring it back with Lily.
Yeah, I did not like that play at all. I would have just let him... I don't think I would have attacked. I think I would have just been on the 2 damage plan.
Because now, yeah, now he gets to bring it back, get all of his spiders back, and he gets to gain 4 from Kalidas?
3.
Or 3?
3 off
Yeah, it's a
Kalidas.
3-4, my bad.
Yeah, I think that was the turning point. I do think that this is going to be the game.
Yeah, now we just get her back and enjoy 4 more spiders.
3 more spiders. But yes, 4. There's 4 in play.
I mean, her plus her brood. I apologize.
Gotcha. Attack with Bolt, that's 4 damage, and we go up to... did he just gain 6 life?
He was...
Wasn't he at
No,
8?
he was at 11. He was at 11.
I thought he was at 8.
Was he at, oh, maybe. Instant replay?
Either way, this game is not going Gavin's way. As much as I love going and correcting people, I really don't.
I was like, he's, yeah, because anything, and he has a fatal push in hand just in case, just then.
Ah, there it is.
There
There
it
is
is.
11. Okay.
Then, yeah, and Kalitas
I'm
just,
like, where did 15 come from? See, and why attack? I don't know.
I still don't like this attack. Because we have another one?
I would have discarded that to the Hazaret. I don't think he knows the Hazaret ability is there. He actually, there was a stream a little while ago.
Wait, it doesn't, because it left the battlefield, doesn't that exile with Kalitas?
Yeah, that's a mistrigger though. That's actually something that I don't correct.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying in
yes.
general.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah.
I was playing this red deck and I was not using Ramunap Ruins and I was discarding cards to deal damage with Oh, hey Patrick. We have 10 people tonight. So Tim was adamant about playing. He wanted to play. And I said, that's fine. I will find somebody else. And Odeon was like, what the heck? I can hang out, watch some Standard.
It's been a good time so far. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's a little different seeing it from this point of view.
It's a little easier to not make mistakes seeing it from this point of view.
It's really, and like, look at all the triggers that go missed. And we get in for 9, potentially.
Yeah, Gavin's losing. There are a couple turning points in this game where I feel like he probably, if he had sequenced things a little better, he might be in a better position. But I don't know if he was ever going to win this one.
I don't know. I feel like if you don't abrade that Ishkana, this board state is in a much different spot for him.
He should have just held back, and then the Kalidas attacks in because he wants to gain life, and then you get to block and abrade the Kalidas. That's what I would have done.
We have a main phase Ramunap activation into another Ramunap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Patrick. He asked me. He like last second before the tournament started. He's like, Kyra, can I play your deck? And I was like, sure. I feel like I lend my decks every week, and they always end up on camera too. It's funny.
And what are we getting back with this Lily? He has another one in hand, so.
I don't think there's anything. I think he whiffed. He just wanted to play the new Liliana.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And now you're on the clock if you're Gavin.
Yeah.
Or not. And Constrictor's not a bad hit.
Yeah, I've tried to explain that to people, Patrick. Like, this red deck, it just doesn't play itself. There are a lot of decks out there that you can pick up and you can be like, oh yeah, and the deck just kind of does its thing naturally.
Cough, Naya humans, cough.
Cough Naya humans.
I didn't say that.
I'll say any Tron player or ramp deck. I think ramp decks play themselves better than just about any other deck. But this red deck has so many complex lines of mostly involving combat.
I was like, because you have to do creature damage.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most difficult decks I've had to pilot as far as a standard deck goes.
And it looks like green-black takes it.
Yoda Muppet, that's awesome. One could even say that it was hot. Yeah, that's cool. Red's probably changed a little bit since you brewed it, but unless you brewed it perfectly, which I wouldn't put it past you.
I mean, he was actually just the pioneer.
All right. So
peek into our other
black
match.
Takes this one down, and then we get to look at
An approach get cast into 9 open mana again. Oh, this one.
yeah, that's the thing that happened.
Sport State's a little more.
I don't think we missed much, did we?
This is
the first 7 turns. Things don't happen.
No.
Oh, there's already dragons on the field though.
We have a Dragon Master
Dragon
and a
Master
Gideon.
outcast.
Something tells me this Gideon is not going to live the turn, though. Okay. Because I would assume with 2 dragons, one of them could have hit Gideon.
Straight hot fire.
The emoji is really what just does it for
I know,
me.
I know. Well done, Patrick. So, Patrick, how's your paper coming? How's adulting?
I mean, it's going great. He's watching the Magic stream.
While he's adulting, that's impressive.
His multitasking is legendary, some would say. We have a negate on the Glimmer.
Yeah, our chat sheet is up, but people aren't communicating with us. Thank you, Patrick.
It sucks to adult. I agree. That's why I am casting.
All right. Robert takes this one down. Looked like he made things pretty swift. That was a fast control matchup.
We're going to a game 3?
Yeah, we've got a game 3. This is a matchup that I'm not entirely sure who's favored. You would think that Tim has more counter magic than Robert, but Robert has more threats. I don't know who's favored. This probably goes to the more skilled Magic player, honestly.
I mean, does Tim really have that much more counter magic though? Because I mean, he also has to rely on like the Blessed Alliances and Fumigates and stuff. Like I think they would run about the same suite of counter spells.
After board, probably not though. This is game 3, and it looks like they're going back. Both players are back to their board.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw Tim potentially put in Fumigates. I mean, I guess an answer for the Dragon Master? That just seems like a bad answer.
That's a terrible answer. The only reason you'd bring in a Fumigate is if you thought that the Dragon Master Outcast could get out of hand again. That's not something that a control deck usually lets happen.
Yeah.
Unless he boarded out a lot of his removal. But I feel like you'd board back in a couple of those removal pieces, not Fumigates.
Yeah, because we got Fumigates and another chunk here. This Fumigates a sensor and something else he's considering putting back in.
Right. Since he's on the play, I don't hate Censor. In fact, Censor's probably a good board back in on the play.
Yeah, my worst case scenario, it's 1 mana draw card.
Exactly. But I definitely don't think Fumigate is something you want ever in this matchup. Like, even if you're just trading with 1 creature, it's like 5 mana to kill a creature.
And I mean, and you give me an opening. Because it's 5 mana sorcery speed.
Yep.
This is why Walk the Plank is such a bad card. Because sorcery speed.
I don't love Walk the Plank. A lot of people are like, oh, it's Grasp of Darkness replacement. And I'm going, those are 2 very different cards. Yeah, they have the same mana cost. Yeah, they kill a creature, but...
I mean, the main upside for Grasp was it killed Hazaret, whereas Walk the Plank does not.
Yeah, and see, that's what I was saying, Patrick, is like, board back in a couple of your removal things. I mean, the problem is he's probably banking on Blessed Alliance, and
I mean, Dragon Master was probably
all Robert would have to do is play Dragon Master and just not attack with it, and then Tim can never actually kill it.
And I mean, I'm sure that he knows that this white list has the Blessed Alliances. Like, you're probably never swinging in with your 1/1.
Right. Exactly. Like, swing in with your 5/5s and let your 5/5s die, knowing you're just going to get another one.
Cool. Trade a card for a token. I'll do that all day.
Exactly. But yeah, I agree, Patrick. Pretty easy to say, I think.
I wonder if Robert left in his like Nicol Bolas and such
after
a game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would. You want things that Tim has to counter.
I guess it's on the part of your curve where like you can have the first counterfight over like a Gear Hulk and then potentially clear the way.
You force the fight on the end of your opponent's turn, so that you have a free turn to just
tap out
cast
and say go.
Bolas. Okay, this is obviously like unrealistic dreams, but how sweet would it be?
Magic Christmas Land for a second?
Yes, Magic Christmas Land.
Okay.
How sweet would it be to like uptick Nicol Bolas, hit approach. Next turn, uptick Nicol Bolas, hit approach. Or it doesn't even have to be next turn, but how cool would it be to win with approach?
You just approach twice off your opponent's deck.
Yes. I don't think approach is from your hand either. I'm pretty sure it's just if you cast your second approach.
I think it is actually stipulated with hand.
Oh, did I spell approach wrong? Oh, that's
yeah. If it was cast from your hand and you cast another spell.
Well, I found out I spelled approach wrong. That's not surprising.
Approach.
No, I just forgot the A.
Approach.
Kyre and his magical spelling.
You have magical
skills.
spelling, magical Christmas Land dreams. But yeah, no, I guess...
Hey, I play Bloodbraid Elf a lot, okay? I'm used to getting some stupid things where you're like, that works.
You just like cascading?
Yeah. If you've cast, yeah.
I mean, even still, it's not a bad hit off of Nicol Bolas. It's like, cool, you have 1+1 now.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they go to cast the first one, and you're like, and now we uptick.
Right. But I think that you just want to uptick Nicol Bolas +1 ability and just start nuking their hand, because that's where you want to be. I mean, your first uptick is probably just going to hit a couple lands, which whatever.
But
right?
I mean, in the War of Attrition, especially in the control mirror, right?
You have a bunch of cards. Your opponent has 0. Let's be real. You're the one winning that game.
And then you just feel like you're playing Jund.
We always come back to this. People always have to mention you're just the Jund player. I'm like,
I never said you're just the Jund player. I just know it's where you feel most comfortable.
It is all right, fair. That is definitely where I feel most comfortable.
I play other decks that aren't Teamer, but it's where I feel most comfortable.
Yeah, I'd probably be playing Teamer right now if I was playing with a deck that is most comfortable for me. I actually played it for a little while. I really enjoyed it. I'm the one who turned you onto the deck, in fact.
Oh, you're the
one. You were thinking about it, but I pushed you.
Okay.
Yeah, you were thinking about it.
See, this is the whole like big head syndrome we talked about with Gavin earlier.
Yeah. Told you so. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was just recommending a deck that people were already recommending. Don't give me too much credit.
Of course not. I would never dream of it.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're just going to throw away a cast out.
And we're just going to say land go for a while. I don't know how I feel about that cast out going away.
I don't know either. I think I would have pitched a censor before a cast out, but maybe that's wrong. Maybe
I mean, I guess you can always get it back later, but
I feel like it's so easy to play around censor. Yeah, see, now he does the censor. I think I would have done the opposite, but maybe not. I don't know. No, that was right. I just don't know if I would have cycled it at all.
And a crook.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe?
He's trying to keep his opponent from using Gear Hulk. That's the goal, right?
Sure. I mean, at a certain point, like, you can just outpace the crook, though.
He got paid off for it. Robert didn't try to resolve anything.
I mean, Robert could just be trying to end of turn here. 4 mana.
Well, yeah, that looks like what he's trying to do. So he's going to Glimmer. And this is just going to get dispelled.
But the thing is that it starts taxing Tim's mana in the mid-game really hard.
It does.
And worst case scenario, like, ooh, a Locust God.
Yeah, this needs to be countered. Obviously. This Locust God doesn't come back when it's countered. I understand Robert wanting to bring in more threats. I had mentioned that before. You want to have things that force counter magic, but running him out that early, that's... I hope he has a couple more threats in his hand. Tim is stuck on lands. No wonder he was cycling so hard. 1 mana. Exile a card. Oh, I think it targets a card.
Yeah, it does.
He targeted Glimmer? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, I don't think
All
he's
right,
running...
Found another land.
I don't think he's running like a Lily to get that back, so... Pretty sure that Locust God stays dead.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, he probably doesn't have anything. Good point.
And double sensor.
Yep. Just throw away our sensors because we've passed the point where they could be good.
And there's the God Pharaoh himself.
It's not going to resolve, and he doesn't have black mana.
I mean, nothing's going to happen in this game that's going to be substantial for another 10 turns anyway.
Wait a minute, that's not Pat Tim. No, sir. My name is Kyre. I think I recognize your name. I stream usually on Tuesdays, Legacy. And I've got Odeon here, who plays a lot of Standard and Legacy as well.
I'm normally on the other side of the camera, but...
Usually. But yeah, Patrick had a lot of schoolwork that needed to be done tonight. He chose to take the night off, and even though he's been in our chat. And Tim is actually who we are watching right now. He wanted to play this week, and I found Odeon to help me out, so...
I figured, why not?
Why not? So far, I think it's been good. This guy's a knowledgeable kid. Just saying.
Only in
he knows
Standard.
Stuff.
Do not put me in an eternal format, please.
Oh, whatever. Says a guy who plays Legacy at least. Like, do you play Legacy twice a week usually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play Reanimator, though. It's a much different game. I don't actually have to know what you do to know what I do.
Oh, you have a card that actually interacts with me? Hold on, let me read it.
I was like,
oh yeah, that does interact with me.
They're all counter spells or surgical, and that's the only cards I care about.
All right.
Okay, ooh, and we have a Sphinx.
Yeah, this is a matchup breaker.
Today's storm count is
Boros. Awesome.
So there isn't really a combo deck I like right now. I'm actually on the Temur Energy Life currently. I'm really liking how it kind of fits, and I just like the toolboxiness of it, I guess. So, however, Bolas can snipe it.
No, it has hexproof.
Oh, does it?
So this is really interesting because Bolas has a high loyalty count and is going to be able to take at least a hit. So Tim taps out for Sphinx, and we immediately get a Bolas in play. So
and it attacks the hand.
And it attacks the hand. This is exactly what I was saying Bolas would be good for. Okay, so here's the first approach of the second sun. Battleship magic. Yeah, right? I cast my big thing. No, okay. No, I cast my big thing.
I like the little dice on top of the big one, too. It's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 5 coming in a life total? Whoa.
Well, that makes things a little more interesting.
It really does, because now Tim might have another approach, but Robert can really, really take it. You know, he can keep track of where that approach is in Tim's deck, and when he gets close, he can just plus Nicol Bolas and cast it off of Nicol Bolas.
Yep.
This is the strategy that I would be thinking about. See, now he's pushing him closer to it. I don't like this.
Cast out doesn't do anything for you here.
It's going to take the crook. That's all it can take. Super lackluster. That was 3 cards off the top.
And we're now, so we're 4 away. If Tim has the Glimmer, oh, I guess he's tapped out, but like, now we're getting really close.
I guess his thought is that if he upticks the Nicol Bolas enough that he could wipe the board.
And just off the top, didn't matter.
This is going to get countered, I believe. No?
Second time.
What is this deck? He has Essence Scatters in his hand?
Wait, I see a Disallow.
He has a Disallow.
Does he not know how the interaction works so that you counter the second one? I think that might just be like an interaction that he doesn't know how.
That he doesn't understand?
Yeah, because I know a lot of people think that the second one, even if it gets cast, it just wins you, that it doesn't have to resolve.
Well, I think somebody should probably let him know after the match because he should not have lost there.
I was like, and we had Gearhulk into Censor even. Because he had to tap out for it?
Yeah. That... Well, that happened.
Alright then.
If you don't understand your opponent's cards, guys, please read them. Please.
I mean, that's
Take
like
a second.
That's a really common misconception with that one, though. Like, on like Reddit, I see that all the time with the approach deck. People are saying, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Yodam Muppet agreed. That is super unfortunate because we saw his hand afterwards.
Like,
he had tons of ways to interact and continue that game. And in my mind, Robert still had that game in the bag.
Yeah, he had 2 counter spells for the next 2 approaches still.
Right.
And Tim had been discarding land off of Nicol Bolas, so like...
Yeah, that was really interesting. Well, okay, that was that.
Control mirrors, yay!
Alright, Tim takes that down. It looks like we'll be seeing Tim in the finals. He wanted to take a week off from casting, and look where that's gotten him. To the finals.
There you go.
It's pretty good. It's really good when your opponents don't understand what your cards do and you can just win. I wish that happened to me. Like, that never happens to me.
Kyrie, I'm gonna need you to take the salt down like 2 levels. Can I get some salt shakers in the chat, please?
I'm not salty. I'm just like, what the heck? When have you ever seen that happen? Where you're like, cast something, your opponent's like, alright, I'm dead, and they just show you their hand, and they like, had everything. Like, I wonder if Tim's telling him, or if Tim's just going, whoa, that happened. You know, like yeah. What? I don't know what he's doing right now, but jeez. Going back a sec, Eros asked what combo deck would you play in Standard. There are a couple. You could play the weird mono blue Storm deck. So
you have Colossus Fling.
I actually was playing Colossus for a little while and I wrecked with it. I didn't run Flings. I didn't think they were necessary.
It's because you're a bad person and you don't like fun.
No, it's not that I don't like fun. It's that I like winning. And Fling is not. Flinging Colossus
that is not amazingly fun. You're going to tell me that flinging a 10-10 isn't fun? You don't know what fun is.
Whatever. I have fun when I win games, not when I lose because I have a bunch of flings in my hand and never
okay, nobody says you run a 4 of a fling, Kyler. It's like how it is in Pummeler. It's a clear 2 of.
Then I would never draw them. That's how
really
it goes.
Off of all of your cranes and stuff.
Not.
You would just never.
I wouldn't. No, cranes can't get flinged.
I guess it's only artifacts. Right?
I wouldn't draw fling. Yeah. This is me we're talking about. I don't get the things I like.
I'm sorry that Jund isn't a good deck right now in Standard, Kyler.
Whatever, I can play it anyway. I've been playing Red, and I've been wrecking with Red. Won my last 2 tournaments with it.
There is like an interesting Marionette Master version of the Reanimator deck right now.
I've seen a list, but I'm not entirely. I don't think I understood it as well as I could.
I've played it on Moto a little bit. Basically, like Marionette Master brings back the Colossus after you reanimate it, and it just does a ridiculous amount of damage off. There's just not a whole lot of combo running around right now.
Mm-hmm. You think you'd take the sting off a little bit if somebody else told you? I guess so. Whenever I play against an opponent, I try to help them. I'm sure some people think I'm like mean or like know-it-all, but like
I mean, look at that face. It just breathes mean.
I know. I'm like the meanest person you could possibly imagine. I'm like, you idiot. you could have done this. No. I'm like, oh, this is how this interaction works. Maybe worth knowing in the future.
I mean, you make that mistake once, you never make it again.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to anybody ever in the future.
Feels bad.
Yeah. I'd probably want my opponent to tell me.
I mean, these people, like, they know each other. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we all play each other a lot over here. So, I mean, it's probably less like, ow.
I do think our standard scene is growing a little bit, though. We're getting a lot of different people
It's true.
trickling in.
There's been some newer faces around the shop.
Our legacy and our modern tournaments, huge. Every week, like, it's amazing. But our standard, it's almost like the modern and the legacy, the fact that we're like the only store in the entire state that gets those tournaments consistently.
Yeah.
It's almost like the standard players are either A, not here, or B, would rather be playing modern or legacy.
I mean, I come in on Fridays and play Legacy,
Yeah,
so...
yeah. I don't think I would come up here for standard most times, unless I was working, but that's kind of how my schedule's been, is they've been scheduling me before the tournament on Mondays, and I'm like, hey, I'm here, let's play some standard.
Might as well. You're
Yeah.
in the neighborhood, right?
I am in the neighborhood. Alright. We're bringing up some more spoilers. Is that how we're gonna...
I mean, with the control matchup, I'm sure there's not much time left in the round anyway. So, it shouldn't be too long, but yeah. I see some ones that I haven't seen before, like Primal Amulet.
Primal Amulet, huh?
Down a row.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Primal Amulet, 4 mana. Oh, we're gonna have to bring this up because there's a backside, doesn't it?
Yeah. It has a flip.
Alright, let's take a look at this. 4 mana artifact, instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. I'm already on board with a card like this.
That's fair. I mean, but we already have Brawl.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking more formats, but this is just... I like cards with this ability.
Okay.
Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you put a charge counter on Primal Amulet.
Okay.
Then, if there are 4 or more charge counters on it, you may remove those counters and transform it. So you don't have to if you don't want to.
Now
That's
the
really interesting.
other side is very interesting.
Okay, Primal Wellspring. It turns into a land. It can tap for 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. When that mana is spent to cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell and choose new targets for the copy. Whoa.
That's real good.
Yeah, I like this card a lot. Patrick, I'm with you, man. This card is like super up my alley. Oh man, I could mess with this. Gales in the EDH I just built. No, I'm kidding. Wow. Yeah, this is a powerhouse. Love it.
Random fun fact too. So before they decided they were going to get rid of the expeditions or invocations, whatever you want to call them, that art is what they were supposed to be, like the pirate map art.
All right. I don't hate it. I've heard some other people say that they just despise it, but
I like it 10 times better than the Amonkhet ones.
I did not like the Amonkhet ones. I own quite a few, and they're like interesting and different, but I can't say I love them. All right.
I just can't ever read them.
Right. Pillar of Genius. 2 mana artifact. Enters the battlefield. Choose a creature type. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this only to cast creature spells of the chosen type. That...
Just tribal support.
I feel like this pushes dinosaurs more than... Yeah, it goes into like every EDH. Every tribal EDH, of course. Everybody wants like Urza's Incubator and all those other cards that are like tribal specific. Yeah, this could be fine. Maybe this is good in dinosaurs. Just like that's the ramp card you need, is a signet.
Sure.
Right?
I mean, and we already have some other like higher on the steps, I guess, like ramp that you can be doing. We have Hour Promise. I mean, if you really wanted to get into the ramp, you can go like Manolith for color fixing.
Right.
Gives you like a 1, 2, 3, and a 5-drop.
Oh, okay. So we've got this, untapped on 2. Yeah, it's worth mentioning. I mean, there's not a lot of 1-drops that you might want to cast, but who knows, right? All right, we've got Shapers of Nature. This is a new one for me.
Yeah.
This is a shaman. Like if you've ever seen all the or like the battle mages and like things like that have two abilities. So you can pay 3 and a green to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So that's any creature. Ooh, this is going to be good in draft. And then you can pay 2 and a blue and remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature you control to draw a card.
So why is Shapers of Nature more like Jace than Jace in this set?
Because it draws you cards. No hesitation. I know. Yeah, this card's really interesting. It's 3 for a 3/3, and the stats are good. It can pump other things. It's not just.
And late game, like that's just a really good mana dump.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, and then we've got this Vigilance ship.
Yeah,
I think
it's just a 4/6 boat.
It's not Sky Sovereign, therefore it won't see play.
I feel like they really had to tone down the vehicles this time around.
They wanted to print a couple, and I'm kind of glad that they did because they're really cool.
I mean, thematically makes sense, right? You got pirates, you have to have boats.
I really love that they brought it, that they kept crew. It's just the first time they did crew, I think they tried a little too hard to make it good, and I think they succeeded.
Heart of Kieran.
Yeah.
Sky Sovereign.
Explore synergy. Yeah, it does have explore synergy. Interesting. All right, then we had our lands. We have these. These are the Planeswalker deck cards. So usually they're going to synergize with these 2 terrible Planeswalkers. Yeah, I don't think either of them are good. I don't think any of them have really been great. But no, they exist. I'm kind of interested in what this red-white dinosaur does. Oh yeah, this is the one that searches for.
It's funny because the Planeswalker Nissa does see some Eternal format play.
Eternal format?
Yeah.
The big 6-mana one?
Yeah, in sideboards. I've seen lists for Modern that run her.
What? In Modern?
Yep.
Okay, I'm curious. I'll probably have to look into that. We've seen these. What are the new ones, Patrick? Tell us ones to look at.
I mean, it looks like we have a game almost. Where did you go to?
Yeah, people have sat down.
That's fair.
But no, these are the same people.
I don't think that's Gavin though.
No, Gavin had to go. But these are the same people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I mean, I know that people have been talking about Vraska's Contempt. This card is fantastic. I mean, we wanted Hero's Downfall back. Yeah, this one's 4 mana, but you actually gain life too. I'm pretty thrilled about having a removal spell that's a little less conditional than most.
And it's just like the better version of what we got from our Devastation, like the 4 mana exile.
Mm-hmm. And I'm so psyched to see Vraska. I don't think it's going to be in this set. I bet you it'll be in the next one because they want to ruin my life like that. But I'm way psyched to play some Vraska. I played her in her last standard format. She's like one of my favorite planeswalkers. She was green-black, I mean, of course.
It's almost what you want.
Ashes of the Abhorrent. Ashes of the Abhorrent. I'm going to have to scroll up and down. What color is it, Patrick? I feel like it'd be a black or red card, right?
Probably.
Help me find it, Patrick.
What should be one of the foreign cards?
It probably will be one of the foreign cards. I hadn't seen the.
Oh, right here, the white one.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I actually talked about this card during the Legacy stream on Tuesday. Yeah, and we get Lightning Strike on the same line, which I think is worth mentioning. Lightning Strike is definitely going to matter. Like, 100%. It was good in its last format. We've seen Searing Spear see play in the past. We've seen Incinerate see play in the past. No, it's not Lightning Bolt, but yes, the card will be good. But yeah, Ashes of the Abhorrent. So this is a really interesting card because, yes, it is a cage. It's a Grafdigger's Cage. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or activate abilities of cards in graveyards. So you can't cast spells, but creatures can still enter from the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually not quite as good as Cage.
It's like Pithing Needle for your graveyard.
Kind of. Yeah. I think that'd be a good way of putting it. But whenever a creature dies, you gain 1 life. So it kind of has this tacked on ability that probably won't be too relevant throughout a match, but hey, when it happens, I guess you're getting something out of it, right?
I mean, like, Zombies loses most of its, like, recursive stuff. The only thing I can think of that this really hits is, like, Scrap Heap.
And yeah, you can't. Okay, yeah.
I guess there is another vampire that's coming in. It's like tap 3 vampires and bring it back from the graveyard.
All right.
Kind of like a pseudo vampire lord. Oh, I guess Eternalize and
Patrick,
Embalm.
thank you. Okay, now we understand. No Eternalize, no Embalm. This wrecks Godpharaoh's Gift, doesn't it?
Well, no, because it's the Godpharaoh's Gift
okay.
that targets for it.
I gotcha, which is in play. You can't cast spells or activate abilities.
But you can't hard Eternalize like a champion.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but Godpharaoh's Gift still gets to work. That's interesting. Yeah, so I like this card, but I don't think it's good enough for Modern play. I think Modern has better cards. I think that Legacy has better cards, but it might have a home in Standard sideboards.
I mean, if you're looking for like a more widespread hoser, I think the 1/3 creatures entering the battlefield don't cause ETBs is probably a better one for Standard. The right here.
Right. I've talked about this one as well. This is a Tocatli Honor Guard. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So this is for people who are familiar with older cards. This is a Torpor Orb. Torpor Orb was just a 2-mana artifact that has the exact same ability. So they've just placed this on a creature. We can call it Magus of the Torpor Orb if we want. I've been doing that with Ramanap Excavator for a while.
Magus of the Crucible of Worlds.
Magus of the Crucible, and now we have Magus of the Torpor.
Okay, I can dig that. I can get behind that.
Okay.
Torpor.
Let's just do Torpor. Yeah. But I think this card is great because coming to play abilities as Magic has become, or as Magic has been going in the last 10 years, they keep tacking abilities from non-creature cards onto creatures. They keep doing it. It's something that they're doing so much of nowadays that I like this ability much more than I probably ever have.
And most of Standard is on the stick.
Yes. The only thing to look at, Patrick, I am not sure, but we have it up. We're not sure. Magus of the Orb. All right. Whatever. I mean, there's a lot of orbs, Patrick. Which one are you talking about, huh? Which orb, Patrick?
Now it's not clear.
There's like 10.
Now it's just more obscure.
How do I even know what you're talking about?
Might as well just call it Tocatli at that point.
Thank you. No, but I think this card's fantastic. The only downside of the card is that it affects you too. You can't be, casting Gear Hulks with this guy in play. Yeah. It stops all Gear Hulk's abilities.
This is a giant energy hoser too.
Yeah, it stops all, because every energy card.
The only thing you can get stuff from would be like Attunes and battle damage from a cub.
Yeah. Yeah, so like Virtuoso, Bristling Hydra, this wrecks these kind of decks. Really something to take.
You get one of those and a Solemnity out on 3, and then you just cry.
Solemnity might still be a little too late, but this card's real. I think this card's real.
I'm going to have to ask you to play Energy and have someone turn 3 Solemnity you and tell me if it was too late or not.
I'll win. Don't worry.
Hydra,
I'll figure it out.
Hydra's a much less good creature. This is much worse when it's only a 4/3 for 4.
Oh, you know what? And right above it, I know that we didn't really mention it, but there's another hate card. It's pretty much Thalia's replacement in the format.
It's Authority of Consoles on a stick.
Right, it's Authority of Consoles on a creature. This is exactly what I was talking about. Is like, why play Authority of the Consoles when you're playing this one card that gets you nothing back? Like, yeah, you get to gain a couple life, but kind of whatever, right?
It's probably more because Authority costs 1. I would play Authority over this.
The problem with Authority is it's not good, and it's not good unless you draw it in your unless you play it in your first 3 turns. Whereas Sunwing, like this card, I feel like is much better. You're actually being aggressive. It's evasive.
It's fair.
I like this card.
It's power and toughness swap Delver with an ability on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's a dinosaur.
I'm really excited for Entrancing Melody.
Hold on. I'm going to switch back over before this game starts and just finish talking about this real quick.
Because I personally love mind control effects, and I think that's going to be a nice fun one.
Yeah, you want to steal creatures? I think Entrancing is fantastic. Yeah, and then we've got the Sunwing right to it in Entrancing Melodies left. I think it's a relevant card. I think it's good.
Is that like the new unspoken rule?
Eros, you are on my level. you just get me. If it's not a dinosaur, if it's not a pirate, then why are you playing it?
So
I'm gonna see somebody cast a Gear Hulk and I'll be like, that's not a pirate. That's not a dinosaur.
Get
What is
out
that
of my
thing?"
format.
Okay. What are you doing?
It's cool. They'll just like reprint Ancient Grudge too, and then all the artifacts will leave.
You realize that this is the first real opportunity we've had to play dinosaurs.
And pirates.
And you're playing with Gear Hulks in your deck. And cats.
But am I gonna get like a? Do I get like a negative mark if I play like with pirates instead of dinosaurs?
No, pirates are amazing.
Okay, but he just said if it's not a dinosaur, so I just had to make sure.
Yes, pirates and dinosaurs. That's what this set is, and they're great. Eros, I hope you agree with me on the whole pirates thing as well. I hope you're not just like stickler on the dinosaurs. I like them both quite a lot. All right, let's pan over.
So we have
Gear Hulk, state-based rules, check. If it's a dinosaur, automatically countered.
Where's my Orb of the Dinosaur that's like non-dinosaur creatures do not enter the battlefield ever.
Ever.
That's all it says is ever.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Oh, jeez. All right, Cyclo Sensor.
And we're back into control matchups again.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be another Grixis deck fighting against this approach deck. So this is Spencer, right?
I think this one is Spencer.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if Spencer is splashing. He was messing around with it for a little bit, but I don't know if he ever actually stuck with it.
Let's just call it blue-red for now.
And we'll edit as we go?
Yeah, I mean, if it's just Bolas, I still feel like calling it a blue-red control deck anyway, so whatever.
No, because then it has to be Bolas control.
If there's one Bolas in the deck, is it really a Bolas control?
Yes.
All right, I'm not going to argue with you.
I was like, if I had called the old iteration of control Gear Hulk control, would you really have been that upset? If there's only like 3 of them, is it really the whole deck? Well, yes.
If that's like the focus point of your deck and you have a full playset in them, sure.
I mean, no one's running a full playset of Planeswalkers, though. At least not.
You don't know.
Not until the rule change. Then Gideon Tribal, man.
In Modern?
Yes.
Gideon Tribal?
Yes. I'm going to have of the trials, and like it's going to be trials into, what's the 4-mana one?
Ally.
Yeah, Ally into Jura, and it's going to be great.
He's only splashing for Bolas. I mean, we can take. I'll take a look for you, Patrick, and see what the other table is. But I think this is going to be a good match, and we won't have a bunch of dead time. But hold on, let me check.
And we have.
I think this would be fine.
Hey,
to jump
it's
into.
Joe versus the.
Joe versus Green Black.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick. All right, let's pan over. Raven Knot, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
I'm like selfishly more interested in the teamer matchup, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, let's take a look at this match. I'm sure that the other match is going to take a lot longer. I know that Spencer knows that he can counter approach, so I would expect that matchup to take a lot longer.
It will not be turn 7.
It won't be turn 7 approach and then turn 8 approach and the game ends. So
So it looks like
I would assume this one will go faster.
Joe plays down, Sky Sovereign kills off the Ballista, and in response kills his the 2 drop that makes energy that I am blanking on.
Servant.
His Servant. I wanted to say a tuner,
conduit.
but
A
like,
tuner.
I knew that was wrong. The attuner.
The attuner. Okay, this matchup is one I'm a big fan of because both of these decks are mid-range decks. They're trying to outvalue each other.
Yeah.
This is the grinded out kind of game I like to play. Okay, we are going to take care of the boat.
We're gonna
he's cycling
cycle.
it.
What?
Does he have another answer the boat then? Why would you...
That's a
He
push and a
doesn't.
constrictor. That clean that clean answer is the Sky Sovereign, and like now Joe just gets to go over the top.
No way.
I don't understand why
What
we're
is this card? It's Druid's Deliverance? Is that what it's called?
Dissenter's
Oh,
Deliverance.
Dissenter's Deliverance. Yeah, so Dissenter's Deliverance, you can cycle it, which is what he did.
And it's also
But
instant speed.
it's an instant speed destroy target artifact. There's a Sky Sovereign on the board. And he wanted a card more than he wanted the Sky Sovereign dead.
He traded it for an Ishkana.
Patrick. What the? All right.
And I think I just take the Kalitas hit here. Or not Kalitas hit?
I probably wouldn't. I mean, a lot of these green black decks will play
But you can't profitably block with the open mana and the zombie. He only has 6 energy. Isn't Kalitas like 4 mana activation?
3 mana.
Well, yeah. So he has the zombie and a block, and now he puts counters on Kalitas and he survives. And you just used a bunch of energy.
This is really an odd play because he gets 3 counters, not 2.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Joe, yeah, from his mannerisms, I feel like he didn't realize that the snake would affect the Kalitas.
And now it just straight trades and he gets another zombie. Like, he doesn't have enough energy to actually kill this unless, like, we have a magma spray or something.
Yeah.
What? I'm so what? Why is the constrictor back in
Is
here?
the constrictor...
Did he play constrictor before or like mid combat? What just happened?
I have no idea what just happened. Maybe he didn't have the right... What the heck just happened?
I think he tried to play constrictor mid combat.
What?
Yeah, I think he went to attacks and then tried to play constrictor.
He went to attacks and then...
Tried to instant speed this constrictor.
Like, what the heck?
In response to the block, I play constrictor activate Kalitas, I guess.
But like... What the... Okay, I mean... Then attacked? I'm glad you guys are as confused as I am because like I am like not understanding what just happened.
Now that's a card though.
Yeah, Ronus? Okay. So Ronus is amazing here because oh wow.
Okay, that's fine.
What the sequence that just happened I don't think could have been possibly worse for the green black deck. Like I don't even understand. All right, we've got an Ishkana now.
Cool.
Maybe we have a game. I don't know.
Yeah. If I have a Sky Sovereign and you play an Ishkana, I'm like, okay, cool, because worst case scenario, that thing clears the board.
Oh, sorry, Jerlo. I have the wrong name on it. I apologize. One of them's right. One of them's not. But yeah, this is Joe. That's my bad. But yeah, like, yeah, it's almost like Joe was like, oh, that's fine, you can back up, and then like wrecked him, and he's like, whoa, no, you can't back up. Like,
Actually, if that's what we're doing.
exactly. Oh, that is terrible. Oh, he's not on red either. Oh my goodness. I'm just a mess right now. I'm calling this teamer mid-range just to make Tim mad. Just to let you guys know. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Okay. I guess that makes sense, but like, once you say it's okay, it's kind of okay, right? Like, I don't know. That was super, super weird.
It's like, oh, I guess. And we have a lightning.
This is going to take care of Ishkana.
Except both of these are dead cards on his board right now.
Indeed, giver.
So Sky Sovereign and Ronus are both dead right now. Well, like, no, you can crew Ronus, I guess, right? You can still crew with Ronus?
Yeah. Yeah, you can crew it with Ronus. That's what's so great about these indestructible gods, is that even if you don't have the
condition met,
it's still an actual creature. Whereas the ones from Theros, you have to have their devotion clause met. Yeah, he's attacking with Ronus. Wait.
No, he's tapping with
Okay.
Ronus, pumping the boat.
Oh, pumping the bow. Okay.
Toot. That's Skyboat.
Yeah, this gets trample.
And he gets to shoot down another token.
Mm-hmm.
And his only card left in hand on the green-black player is a Fatal Push.
Yoda Muppet. Yeah, sure, it's okay. No takebacks. Thank you, Patrick. Oh, see, Patrick just gets me too. The gross Broncos shirt. Jordan. Sorry about not knowing your name, Jordan. I'm supposed to have a commentator sheet that's giving me info, but...
And we're just...
Oh, Joe versus Jordan. Never mind, he gave me the info. Can you believe that? He didn't last round with Jordan, so
and
that's my bad.
Green-black is electing to race the boat.
I don't think he really has another option. He can't... It's not like he's blocking with it. Yeah, Bronco. I think it is a rodeo crew. I don't actually... Yeah, I'm not sure.
I actually just don't care enough about the Broncos. I'm not that opinionated on the matchup. Or on the team.
On the team? Wait, what team? Yoda Muppet was just saying it's a rodeo crew. Yeah, you can't race the boat. And I mean, he's got to know that. He's not blocking with anything. The only downside with attacking with the token is... In fact, there really isn't a downside, because even if he found something to crew the boat, then he's just dealing 3 damage to the token, even if it's untapped.
Whoa. Somebody... What is...
Right, Jerlo, exactly. He could have killed the boat with the Center's Deliverance, but he elected to cycle. Which is hilarious. Where is the Dissenter's Deliverance in his graveyard?
It's down there a minute. Is there like a confusion with how the interaction between crew and then make boat big works?
I don't know. Yeah, this game's been a mess. Thanks for picking this one, Patrick.
I mean, I selfishly also wanted to watch this game.
No, this is probably a better game. Well, the other one's going to last longer, so we can shift over to that and maybe catch their game 3. Oh, see, I didn't update any of my information. What am I doing?
Okay. And his other card in hand on the green-black side, on Jordan's side, is a Grasp of Darkness. Which also is not doing him any favors right now.
No.
And Rishkar dies to boat.
Gotta see some crazy stuff. All right, Joe takes that one down in one of the most odd games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. That cycle was not recommended. Boat is one of those must-answer threats currently.
Entertainment value.
Joe with a main deck negate.
That's interesting.
You know, I appreciate his brewer spirit at least, because every week he will try something new in his teamer deck.
Right.
Like last week, he was doing that Scarab God splash.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Patrick, that's a really good point. Here, I can explain that real quick. So, just in case anybody doesn't know, so he was what Patrick is saying is that he was thinking that maybe he could grasp the Ronus to make it smaller so that it could not crew. That's not how it works, because crew is the cost. You can't respond to a cost being paid. So he taps Ronus as the cost, but he can respond to the boat becoming a creature. So even if he wanted to make Ronus smaller by grasping it, he could then respond by tapping Ronus to crew.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter how you do it, grasp isn't going to stop you from crewing a vehicle.
I guess it could shrink the boat so it gets him a turn.
See, yeah, and that's the only thing you can really do is grasp Sovereign.
And see, when Ronus is on the field, that's when you just wish you could still play with Dismember.
Mm-hmm. All right, shuffling up. Let's
peek back into the other map.
Yeah, it looks like things are going on. So
Looks like we're still on match 1.
while they're shuffling, we'll be here, and we'll go back once they start. Yep, this is definitely still game 1. It looks like Spencer's going to take this one probably in like 2 shots.
Spencer definitely knows how to negate an approach.
I would assume so. I mean, the interaction definitely is odd. I mean, the first approach, if it gets countered, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So the first approach, you basically just let it happen. Why counter it, right? Save your counter magic for the second one,
Mm-hmm.
and the third one, and the fourth one.
Yep. I mean, yeah, the first one gets you some life and fixes your draw, I guess, a little.
Mm-hmm. All right, we've got a Gear Hulk with, it looks like a Gear Hulk with 1 power. I think that's a
An Aether Meltdown.
Aether Meltdown. That's a really odd card to keep in, too.
I mean,
Isn't it?
the first drafts of the deck all had that in there.
Okay. Oh, it's game 1. That's right.
Mhm.
All right, we got a Fumigate. Look at that. The Fumigate showed up.
Fumigate into 6 open mana. Gonna let it resolve. Okay.
I probably would, too. All right, our other match is starting. We'll transition over there and finish up this match before looking at that one again.
So we have Sylvan Advocate.
I'm misplaying this card, and I'm gonna miss playing this card a lot. Whoa!
What?
Does Teamer usually play
No.
Sylvan Advocate?
This is that Brewer Spirit I was talking about.
Yeah, you typically run Servant of the Conduit on 2 and Cub.
It's just
Long Tusk Cub.
It's just a non-synergistic 2-drop for your deck. Like
It's powerful.
It's good, but Cub makes energy.
Oh, and see, this is so problematic for me too. He could have attacked first. Well, okay, yeah, it doesn't end up mattering because he just takes the trade anyway.
How much do you want to bet he doesn't cycle that Dissenter's Deliverance as quickly this time?
The boat was in play. It's not like the boat came down right after he cycled it. The boat was in play, and he's like cycled the Center's Delivery. Yeah, see, I don't think I would cycle that. Does he have a land drop? I think. Oh, maybe he did. Okay, if he doesn't have a land, cycling's fine. But otherwise, I don't like it.
Transgress, and you're gonna see a bunch of not 3 drops or lower.
All right, we got a dragon. Another.
He can take a Sylvan Advocate with this.
He can't take a Sylvan Advocate.
Isn't it 3? Oh, is it 3 or greater? Okay.
3 or greater. So
Dragon,
he gets
Chandra.
Dragon, Chandra, or
Hydra. They're all pretty decent hits.
Yeah.
However,
Depends on the removal he has. I imagine he takes Chandra.
it doesn't look like he has any. He has a Ballista and a Dissenter's Deliverance, and I think land. He does, however, have... He has Gear Hulk, though.
Okay. I definitely understand this pick as well. This is a deck that likes to be able to kill other creatures, let's take out the Hydra and make sure that they don't have this super obnoxious creature that you can never seem to kill.
And we're traversing with Delirium.
No, because the traverse is being cast right now.
Yeah.
You won't have Delirium.
Yeah, you do. Artifact creature, because...
Oh, artifact creature, instant sorcery. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Ballistic counts.
I think he wants a land, though. Yeah, he just takes a land.
And poke for 2. There you go.
Yeah, I really like Sylvan Advocate on the green-black deck side, but...
Well, that's potentially a good pickup. Harness Lightning's not bad.
Okay.
I think we have another tap land for Joe, though. I think that's a thicket.
Please don't main phase this. Please don't main phase kill it.
With the Harness Lightning?
Yeah, please don't.
This is something I told him. I was like, Joe, please stop. Please stop main phasing your lightnings.
Yeah, I've had a couple talks with players. I'm like, why are you playing that during the main phase? They're like, I just want it dead. I'm like, all right. 4 mana. It's
Chandra.
not. Yeah, Chandra. There we go. Okay.
Chandra comes down, should kill the Sylvan Advocate.
Yes, now we kill the Sylvan Advocate. That's what I'm talking about.
That's fine. And then his best play back into, so he can either Walking Ballista and kill Chandra, but then he has to wait on Gearhulk still.
So this is kind of rough, because if Jordan does draw a land, and an untapped one at that, so it can't be a block.
Wait. It looks like we're plussing. Plus for mana.
Okay, this looks really, really good if he doesn't find land, and it looks really, really bad if he does. He did find a land, but once again, it's an untapped. It comes into play tapped. So there's not a lot of options for Jordan this turn. He can Fatal Push the Servant, or he can play the Ballista.
Ballista on 2.
Or he could play both. I don't particularly like any of them. I'd probably just play the Ballista with all 4 mana.
I mean, killing Servant here isn't... well, I guess you have Chandra. It doesn't actually matter.
Right.
I was like, because Dragon, but you have Chandra.
Yeah. So this was a huge risk that Joe took. I definitely don't like him killing the Sylvan Advocate, because he was two lands off. He could have waited.
I mean, I would have been okay if it was a -3, kill the Sylvan Advocate.
Yes, I would have been fine with that.
Ballista on 2 just seems... I mean, I might even consider leaving my mana open for like a cub or something with the push.
You think he's just going to play it on 1, leave 1 up?
He's going to play it on 2.
Nope, he's going to play it on 2.
Because you play it on 1, you at least potentially have Revolt still. And we're going to... Okay, I thought he was going to kill the...
Yeah, for a second it looked like he was going to. He was definitely thinking about it. I don't think it's correct to kill it.
That's why we drew a red card.
Yeah, so if Jordan had found just a basic land, he would have been able to Gearhulk and just make an 8/8. And what does Joe have?
A fiery
Right?
lady.
He got rid of his Harness Lightning. That's what I was scared of. Is like, you keep Harness Lightning, and that way you can respond to the Gearhulk's ability.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't have enough energy to do it. But
yeah, so this is powerful. He gets the uptick into Glorybringer, and Glorybringer should kill this Ballista.
And
yes.
Ballista's gonna...
Yeah, that's good. Like, yeah, you kill the Servant at that point.
That's fair.
Yeah. And here's our 8/8 Gearhulk. Yeah, so we knew this was coming. I don't know how Joe plans on dealing with this.
And the tune is definitely not going to get him there.
No. He probably should uptick Chandra to exile first to see if he can find an Abrade.
Well, if he has another energy producer, I like attuning first. That way, if you do get like a Harness Lightning, and it's just a clean Abrade.
Clean a braid.
And now he doesn't have a creature land, and Chandra ultis next turn.
Yes.
And we even have backup.
And a tune.
Because why not?
And we'll play the land. Because we haven't played a land, right?
So yeah, Chandra has a blocker. I don't know what the...
Probably just grab an island. Or is he still playing with a Scarab God in his main?
No.
No? He took it out?
Yeah, no.
You convinced him to take it out?
Yeah. I mean, it's really good in certain matchups,
Yeah.
but our store is not those matchups.
Not so much.
I mean, it's not great against control, and it's not great against...
I think it's really good against control.
if you resolve it.
I know how to resolve stuff. Maybe other people don't. I don't know. I look at big threats like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I just want to be jamming this every turn against control.
I think it's more the fact that, like, if you get it off game one, they know it's in there, so the other two games, like...
Right. Okay, Fatal Push takes care of Sylvan Advocate. We knew he had that, so...
And no follow-up play.
Yep,
so
no follow-up.
Now we have an ultimated Chandra.
We got an ultimated Chandra, and we've got a...
Land.
Sure.
I mean, you still have a dragon.
Yep.
And this...
You know what? I don't think you ult Chandra then.
Would you plus?
Yeah, I would plus an Exile.
That's fair. I guess if she's not in imminent danger.
Because you're not getting any value out of her ulting right now, and you're actually putting a lot of pressure on your opponent just by attacking.
Yeah. And once he actually draws a spell, like he puts him down to 12 here. If he draws spell with Chandra next turn, he's able to get him to 3.
Alright, big bad Ishkana.
And I think here's where I'm really tempted to ult with
Now
Chandra.
is where you ult, because it's now become very apparent that you're not just going to be able to kill.
To force through.
Yeah. So, yep,
Yeah.
I would ult, which is what he's done. He doesn't have
An emblem.
an emblem, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. Once an emblem's on the board, I think both players kind of know what's going on.
Chandra becomes the Death Star.
Yep. So, I would be really tempted to attack with Glorybringer, exert it at Ishkana, and see if he blocks. Because now if he blocks with everything, which is the only way he can kill the Glorybringer, that's what he would have to do, and then you get to abrade out the Ishkana, which, because I think he did draw an abrade.
Yeah. I mean, why not abrade a token, shoot down Ishkana Chandra, exert, kill a token, and then open up the board?
Okay, so you're thinking to use Chandra's ability as something to kill the Ishkana?
As the Death Star, yes.
Okay, I was just thinking
There
just
you
go
go.
face.
Yeah, and then if he exerts with Glorybringer and he doesn't want to take 4, it's a board wipe.
No, I like this line. You're right. I like this line a lot. This way you just get to attack. You don't even need to exert. You're leaving your Chandra open, but like...
Her job is done.
Yeah.
That abrade, however, is not a land.
No, it's not. And the spider tokens in the graveyard are driving me insane too.
Yeah?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even a little heartbroken about losing Chandra there.
No.
Like, you are in the driver's seat. And look, we get another spell. Maybe.
I love how he's tapping his lands and hasn't noticed
There we go.
the lands.
Nah, dude, it's a 2-mana land.
Oh,
It's like the worst version of like Ancient Tomb.
Oh man.
Okay, and I think I just shoot Phase. Because he's gonna block with the spider, you get 1 extra damage in.
Whatever. The spider doesn't matter. Just go face.
Yeah. I mean, if you're that worried about it, you can exert and put him dead to a spell next turn.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, he's just gonna block. And he's dead to pretty much any spell.
Anything?
Yeah. I mean, that's the great thing about Chandra ulti, is even if he just whiffs on lands for a minute, like, the moment you hit one, it's just another 5.
It can at least stabilize your board state.
Cool.
Alright. You got it.
That's fine.
Oh, he can actually bring up his land and trade with the 2/2, which means he might have another turn. Unless this is a dragon.
No, but it's a Hydra.
Oh, Hydra's scary.
And just shoot you in the face and say go.
No, I'd attack. No attack? It's lethal. He has to block for 2. Okay, whatever.
I mean, next turn, it's the same.
Yeah, yeah.
And Joe takes it in 2.
Well, that's the thing that happened. All right. Let's just pan over. Let's just look at this.
And we are in the first 5 turns of game 2, it looks like.
I think this is game 2, yes.
Hey, look, it's that Dragon Master.
Yeah.
We've seen this one before.
It was actually funny. I was talking to Odeon before we started the stream, and I mentioned that Dragon Master Outcast was pretty. Or you were talking about throwback drafts back in original Zendikar, and you were saying like what Scoop Mob.
Yes, Scoop Mob.
And I was like, oh, those were the days of Dragon Master Outcast 1.0.
Yeah, no, Scoop Mob is something I've learned to love a lot recently.
Yeah. Dragon Master Outcast is so good, though.
He tries to fumigate and gets countered. And here come the dragons.
Yeah, so he keeps Fumigate in against the control deck. That feels really, really odd. But maybe the blue-white deck just really doesn't have better removal against something that's not going to attack.
Don't mind our small earthquake. Yeah, and he has counter magic and removal, and Spencer just gets to wait now. He has another Dispel. I saw Harness Lightning. Like, he has to do absolutely nothing. And at this point, he's probably like, cool, you can keep eating stuff out of my graveyard. I don't actually care.
No, it doesn't matter. A Gear Hulk at this point would be a 5/6, and I think a 5/6 would increase this clock significantly.
And I mean, if we do get too late game, like, you can just dispel the trigger off of, or the activation, if you, like, for some reason are really needing those.
There's not actually a way for Tim to win this game if Spencer has counter magic. Because it's pretty obvious that Tim was looking at his hand going, okay, I have counter magic, I can just sit back and wait. Well, there's a Dragon Master Outcast on the board. You can't just sit back and wait. That's not an option.
Was that the first approach?
Yes. It's the only one in the graveyard that I can see.
How do you feel about countering the first approach? I guess because your clock is already on.
Oh yeah,
So
he can win the game. Like, what, next turn?
Oh, okay. These dice are dragons.
Yes.
And we have an Essence Scatter and.
Yeah, this next turn the game can end with Ephemeral.
I think this game is done.
And from what I can tell, Spencer has more counter magic.
Yep.
There's no reason to believe that Tim can take this one.
And Tim doesn't have enough mana open to really make a fight over it.
No.
It says go.
Alright, let's change this. We know that Spencer won the... Did Spencer win the first game?
I'm pretty sure.
I think he did.
We panned away when it was Double Gear Hulks.
Didn't he fumigate them? He fumigated them.
Oh yeah, but it was like right after that play is when we went back to the other game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we'll see if they pull out the deck boxes and start packing up.
Of course.
Yeah, he has Hieroglyphic Illumination. He has another counterspell.
Oh, that's right. There was like a Bolas on the board, and there was a...
No, that was last game.
That was the last game? Okay.
No Death Star this last time.
Sorry.
I mean, they all look the same.
Yeah. Alright. Attacking for 10. We're going to Glimmer.
Cool.
If I were Spencer, I'd be like, Glimmer your heart away, sir.
I was like, is there an instant speed remove 10 power from the board?
Right.
I don't think that's in this format.
Spencer only needs to worry about one card, and that is Approach.
He's gonna Hieroglyphic. I mean, he still has counter magic up.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm okay with that.
If one of his counter spells in hand is a Dispel, which it looks like it is, then I would say that Spencer still is very, very in control of this game.
He has 2 live counter spells still.
Because Tim can just untap, cast another Approach, and just see if that gets it. We've seen Tim do this.
There is not a snowball's chance.
Oh, 9 mana? That's fine. Cast Approach. I win.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Crazy. When have you ever seen that happen? Hey, how to do it, Witch. Welcome in. You are just catching our last round. We just had Teamer mid-range take care of a green-black Constrictor deck, and now we are looking at our other match, which is, I believe they're both undefeated.
Yeah, it's blue-white versus blue-red.
Blue-red control. So welcome, welcome.
And we got an Impulse there.
He's going to take care of
Hieroglyphic.
Hieroglyphic. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I might be more scared of the counter spells, to be completely honest with you.
I probably would be too, but...
Because your whole game plan revolves around...
resolving the
like,
dark.
this has to resolve right now, or you lose. Okay.
Sure.
That's fine. And...
This isn't resolving.
No.
Nope. We have a...
Say...
Negate.
Is that negate?
Oh, I think this does it.
What is that?
Oh, this might take me a second to find. Hey, I'm disappointed. You don't recognize the 10-year-old username.
Wait. That
Oh, I
was,
forgot. I'm sorry.
That was
Jeez,
a
Mason.
handshake. That might have been...
Yeah, so this card can't be countered. And
Oh, is that like summary dismissal or whatever?
It's not like summary dismissal. I'm gonna find it. It's gonna take me a sec because I can't remember the card's name.
I guess that means Tim won game 1.
Are they packing it up?
Yeah, there was a handshake.
Wow. Okay. Well, that ends our stream after I find the card that was just cast because I am. Was it 8th?
You're asking.
No. This is Oath. It was in Oath. It's not Counterflux, Patrick. It's a mono blue card. I'ma find it. Don't even think I won't.
Overwhelming denial.
Overwhelming Denial. So it has an ability called Surge. Here, let me see if I can actually pull this up. Thank you, Patrick. I'm gonna pull it up anyway, but
He went through all the trouble to find it.
I love you. Alright. That's Kea. Oh. Well, that is not even close to what I wanted to happen. What the? I've never even seen that happen before in my life. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's try a different one. That's not what I meant to put. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if this one works. Ha! Got it. Had it. Alright, so Overwhelming Denial. 4 mana. It can't be countered by spells or abilities, and it counters target spell. Pretty simple, but Surge. Double blue. You may cast this for its Surge cost if you or a teammate has cast another spell this turn. Well, that'll do it. So this one, technology is hard. Yes, I can work it, maybe. But no, Overwhelming Denial will end our stream. How brutal is that? Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I think it was a pretty good standard tournament. I'm not used to doing standard, but hey, I had some fun.
I enjoyed it.
Odeon's first time jumping in the booth. It was fun. I need to get him to do it more. This guy's got skills.
Not a chance. I'd rather be playing.
You'd rather be playing? Alright, thanks everybody. Have a nice night.
Have a good night.